Trying to set this. I think it's probably gonna shake a bit. Hold on, y'all. Probably gonna shake. I'm trying to get it right. Get it right one time. Let me see. Hold on. Try to set this up right. What's up, y'all? As y'all come in, tap in as y'all pull up. It's been a little minute. Gotta get this right first. Let's get it. Talk about a few things. Damn, can I position it? I think y'all can see it. Hold on. Y'all can see it, right? If I put it right here. I'm trying to position it right. I think for the most part y'all can see. Let me see. He said name a car for edit. BMW. That was easy. Alright, hold on. Let me try to. Y'all can see it, right? I'm trying something new today. I don't feel like holding this phone for a million hours. It should be good. I think y'all can see. Hold on. Yeah, y'all can see. It's probably gonna shake a little bit, but y'all get the picture. I just don't feel like holding it for a million hours. I'm probably still gonna end up holding it though. Rob, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. For sure, for sure. Yo, listen, it's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on. I don't know when the last time let me see when the last time we went live. Let me see when the last time we went live. July 18th. July 18th was the last time. That's crazy. I've been doing good going live though. We've been doing good. We've been going live every other day. Let me turn this off. Kamala not black like that. We don't click. Don't worry, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Trust me. We're gonna get into it. Matter of fact, hold on. Before I even start, let me put something up there. I don't want to get too crazy on here, so what's Douglas? His name is Douglas M. Hoff. It's crazy. Hold on, let me dance here. We're gonna get into it, don't worry. We're gonna get all into it. See, now he's getting into it. Emhoff not impressed by Trump's laughing. Kamala, see what I'm saying? Now he getting into it. Don't worry. Not to mention, she did not ever identify as black. Let's keep that very let's keep that very much clear that she haven't, ever identified as it. And her father's Jamaican and her mother's Indian. And you know what the ironic part about it is? Her father's name, his first name is Donald. How crazy is that? Listen, all right, so before we even get into all that, y'all, as y'all know, I don't try to talk too much politics on here because it's but so much we could say, so I pinned the Patreon. If you want to, if y'all don't see me here, 9 times out of 10, I'm on Patreon. I'm talking about it on Patreon. We already got, I think, like 3 videos about this. Like I told y'all before, we're able to talk freely. I could be a little more free there, talk how I want to talk without any, any bull crap. So if y'all want, y'all check out the Patreon. I got it pinned right now for y'all. Y'all can check it out. She don't have to pick sides. She don't. But you know what's funny? We are. The voters, they picking sides. The first thing they say is, oh, she's black. Vote for her. Right? And listen, she pretty much like, who said that? She already picked her side. That's a fact. She already picked her own side. Trust me. But we gonna get into all that. Let's get a couple more people in here, man. Posting on X is a better option. Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Posting on X is a little better, but we don't really have X. We do, but I gotta get it up and running. But yeah, shout out to Twitter, aka X. It's 100% more better. We already got 100 people in here. We gonna don't worry. We gonna talk about everything, y'all. But if y'all want to see, us talking a little more explicit, and we ain't going, getting into it a little more in depth, just go on to Patreon, and it's not that much. It's like $10. Katie and Kyrie, what's up? As y'all come and check in so I can shout y'all out. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Shadow Ben, I appreciate you. Anthony, I appreciate you. Who else is that? Parker, appreciate you. Ra, Fly Tie, who else? Mr. Dude, YouTube, I guess that's his name. Shout out to YouTube. We're gonna get into it. It's a little trying to position it. Like I said, I don't feel like holding the phone all day. I might just put it back on the little stand I got though. But yeah, as soon as a couple more people get in here, we're gonna get crazy. Wait, give me why he sued Kendrick in 10 seconds. Who sued Kendrick? Salvador Lopez, what's up? Michael, what's up? I might have to put that AC right back on. It's getting hot. Yeah, but like I said, let this marinate y'all for a little bit. Let this marinate. I don't know. Would y'all want to get into politics first? Or y'all want to? There's a lot going on. ESTG's brother passed away while he was in his hometown after his performance. Chris Brown being sued for $50 million, which is crazy, over something so minuscule. What else? Your boy Biden, he done dropped out. The Kendrick and Drake political beef. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me tell you, and this is why other countries they laugh at us. Like like when you really look at what's going on here in our politics, it's a joke. It's really a joke, and I see why they laugh. It's really a joke, y'all. When you really pay attention to all this drama, you got Kamala talking about they not like us. Who's they? Hold on, let me show y'all something. Cause I see we're easily impressed. Who's they? Who's they? Who's the they she's talking about? Who's the they is she? She can't be talking about them, right? There's no way in hell she's talking about they not like us. Not. Hold on. Let me. Matter of fact, see, I gotta get this out the way. Hold on, y'all. Let me put this on the stand real quick. Cause now I need to be able to, pop it. We need to pop it. We need to pop. All right, there we go. Let me get this out of here. It wasn't doing me no justice, right? She is obviously making a joke as she is from California. Nah, that ain't no joke. See, that's you know how much people excuses. Like, I mean, hey, and another thing. Here's what I want to tell y'all. Please, if you wear your feelings on your sleeve, if you sitting here, you got your emotions getting ready, you might as well leave now because we're gonna talk about it. Of course, it's not popular opinion, but one thing about popular opinion, it doesn't make it true, right? The popular opinion doesn't make it true. It just makes it popular, right? A popular opinion don't make it true. It's just popular. Now, like I said, when she says they not like us, who's they? Who's it? Because you know why? We know the they that Kendrick is referring to, right? So who's the they that she's referring to? And look, let me show y'all something. This why I like backing up proof. Let me show y'all something real quick, right? Because I don't really get into the whole Drake and Kendrick thing. I think it's just is weird. That whole thing is weird. Both of them is backed by pretty much the same label and the same people. Anyway. Let me show y'all something, right? Because Kendrick, what he's doing with the whole Drake situation, he's smart. I give it to him. He's playing chess, not checkers. He done got the whole cultural thing going on. They not like us. But let me show you something. when they talk about they, because it be your own people. It be your own people. Let me show you. Let me show you something. Kendrick Lamar Black 97. Because I think people tend to forget about certain things, right? Let me show y'all something. I think this is it. Stop letting people play y'all because of culture. Because it's funny because people only tend to use culture for their benefit, right? Let me show you something. All right.
It said making a connection with people and showing that music is life. The things that we say on record, you know, it goes down to the street and affecting somebody. And I hated the word role model. What you talking about? That's something that you gotta accept. The balance. I could sit up here and talk slick all day on this crazy world and will not, commit suicide. I don't see.
Hold on, that's not it. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. What year was this? 2014. I got y'all. Give me a second. Don't worry. This is a quick cook up. We just we get into it real quick. Evelyn, appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to Finland. Damn, don't tell me I can't find it. I know I can find it. Hold on. I want to show y'all something real quick. As y'all pull up though, tap in. Tap in while I look for something real quick. Of course they're not gonna let me find it. Hold on, of course. Gotta be on Twitter then. Cause I know I seen it. Let me see. This is Hot 97 9 years ago. Let me see. Hold on, I don't see what y'all saying in the comments. Let me look for this. Let me look. All right, we might just have to abort mission, y'all. It's some, I seen it. I know I got it in my other phone. Come on. Just gonna make me want to find it even more. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to come back for this one. Damn, I can't find. Shout out to NC. Shout out Jehovah's. Who else? Shout out to all y'all. Like I said, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Should have had this already. Give me a second, though. I gotta find it. I got to.
More on the show. Oh no.
He's a Harris Trump. Alright. Yeah, my fault, y'all. I know y'all probably like, we gonna get going soon. Damn, I just wanted to find that one. Wait, Envy Kane is on No Jumper? Wow. Yo, Adam don't ever seem to amaze me, man. Adam is something else. Yeah. Anyway. Kim Jong-un. MSN posters are manufacturing opinion for Kamala. You think so? Don't worry, y'all. Like I said, give us a second. Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, I can't find it. I know I got it on my phone though. Matter of fact, hold on, y'all. I gotta find it. Hold on. I can't find it, y'all. It is what it is. I can't find it, y'all. It is what it is. All right, so let's get into it. It's been 4 years and now Kamala comes out of nowhere. Yep. All right, let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. The polls of 42 Harris, 44 Trump 9 hours ago. Yeah, let me tell y'all. All them little votes or whatever y'all see, man, pay them no mind. Right? Whoever they want to win is going to win. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you. And Evelina said, I feel for us because I wouldn't know who to vote. Not so much great options. It's funny because I always go back to this clip right here. Let me show y'all this Simpsons clip. I always go back to this clip. What is it at? This clip right here. And listen to what they say. Look, as you can see, I already.
I'll vote for a third party candidate.
Pretty much what we're going through. And but so many words, that's what we're going through here. And they know it, but they put it right in our faces. It's a two-party system. They control it. No matter who you vote for, it don't matter. Right? And my fault, and the delay, because I wanted to show y'all the whole Kendrick Lamar thing about, if y'all remember when he was on Hot 97 back in 2014, and it's funny because now, and I always tell y'all, whenever they want to accomplish something, they always come to the culture. Everything is always the culture. Everything is my people and black, and it's always that, right? But it's funny because these same people, when it comes time to actually change or do something to help the people, it never comes. Kamala Harris will sit there and tell you this right here, right? Where it go? This is what she gonna tell you. They not like us. Right? This is what she gonna tell you right here. They not like us. But I'm trying to figure out who's the they? Who's the they? Right? This is what they do. Who's the they? Because that'd be blasphemy, right? Let me see what y'all talking about. Hold on. So now be kind to Donald Trump. Maybe Sheila Jackson Lee. Monsters vs. Aliens. Someone got to win. History remember Trump as the best president. Now, you know what's funny? Now, let me get this out there real quick. And like I said this on Patreon. For y'all that just got in here and we talking about the Patreon, all this, what we talking about, we can't really be too, explicit in what we want to say. So just go to the Patreon. Patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. But here's my thing, right? They'll sit here because somebody said Trump will go down as the best president. Now let me tell you this: whether you agree with that or not, me, I don't vote. So before you get up here and say, "Oh, you're pro Trump or pro this," no, it makes no sense. That's one. Don't go off of what you see in the media, right? Go off of how you felt when these two presidents was there, right? You got Trump, you got Biden. Now, it's funny because out of all we just endured within the last 4 years, people are still worried about Trump, and that's crazy to me. The man hasn't been president, right, in 4 years. Why are we still talking about Trump? Even before the election, the world upside down, and we still worrying about Trump. Nobody talks about Biden. That's the crazy part to me. Nobody speaks of, listen, the world turned upside down. And this is why I say, forget what you see in the media, forget what you're being told, forget these narratives. Go off how you feel. How do you feel, or how you felt within the last 4 years? That should tell you everything. That should tell you everything right there. In the last 4 years, how have your life been? And I'm not talking about the people that's in the 1%, the people that, no, I'm talking to the people that they love to entice only when it's time for election. If you notice, you don't see these people anytime before election. Where's she been in the last 4 years? Right? Why nobody asked her why she went from attacking Biden to being a part of his administration? What changed? Right? What changed? This is all let me tell you, that's all I want to ask. Once again, I'm not advocating for who you should or should not vote for. Let's just talk facts. Be aware. Why do Republicans still talk about Obama? I mean, you should know why. You should know why. And they definitely going to talk about him right now because guess who he's going to endorse? You know exactly who he's going to endorse. Don't worry, you're gonna see a lot. Let me tell you, you're gonna see a lot of him. This lady just raised 80-something million in less than 24 hours. Sound planned to me, right? They said Biden had, that stuff. I don't want to say the name on here, but they say he had that thing that's going around, right? And we haven't heard from him since. Why nobody talking about that? They said the man was in hospice. Why nobody's talking about that? Where did he go? Why we don't hear right now? Nobody know who's controlling the world right now. Nobody even know about this man's health. But once again, this is why I say lead with your mind. Don't lead with your emotions. Don't lead with what you see on the TV. Listen to yourself. How do you feel? In the last 4 years, how did you feel? Why do we still talk about Trump, the guy who has been doing rallies since 2021, who has been arrested, convicted multiple times, and who is currently running for president? Not a serious question. I mean, I could sit there and go back and forth with you, but I'm not doing that today. I ain't doing that today. How did you feel in the last 4 years? That's what I'm gonna ask. That's what I'm gonna ask. Let me tell you, for me to sit here and go back and forth with you, it'll be meaningless. You know why? Because at the end of the day, however you feel or how I feel really doesn't matter to these people. That's what I'm trying to get through some of y'all head. The problem is we rush to make votes and decisions off of race. That's weird to me. Automatically, nobody's checking her credentials. Nobody even cares. Women and African American, or so they think. Automatically, she gets my vote. Like, what? Like what? Like, and once again, I'm not telling you how to. How did you feel under Trump stuck in the house because he went to bed on COVID? You're talking about one. See, you're talking about one situation. Out of all them years, you want to talk about one situation. And I think we kind of already know. If you really want to get into it, we could talk about the deep state and stuff like that. But I can't because this is YouTube. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't really go where I want to go because this is YouTube. Trust me. But if you really want to get into it, when you start hearing about the things, the world going on lock and stuff like that, it's definitely bigger than what you think. Bigger than just your president too. And let me tell you this right now, right? And this is sometimes it's just funny to see how. Understand this, right? If this man did all this, X, Y, and Z, and once again, I'm not saying he's qualified or not. Don't you think he'll be, incarcerated right now? Stop. Just like all right, perfect example. Just like you're talking conspiracy. Oh, see, you want to know? You should have told me that. I would have definitely never even, I would have never even entertained you. Because once you start coming here and talk about things of conspiracy, I know where your head's at. So, shout out to you, Robert D. Shakur. Shout out to you. Now, once again, same situation with Diddy. Right? They done told you Diddy did this. We're looking for Diddy and we're this. Diddy done did this. Why Diddy ain't locked up? Why he ain't locked up? See, this is why I don't come here and talk politics. Because you know why? Once again, y'all like to speak with emotion. I don't speak with emotion. I don't speak with emotion. Let's try this, right? Here's what I'm going to say. And let's talk from a people's point of view. Forget everything else, right? Let's talk from people's point of view and how we need to hold these people accountable. Right? Here's why we need to hold these people accountable. Because you know what they do? Whenever the election come around, guess who they come to? They come to the minority. They start appealing to the minority. You know who the minority? You know, us, right? Us. We're the minority. It's funny because they call us the minority, but whenever they need something or something done and need a vote or something, who they come to? Sounds like somebody's more the majority to me, right? But forget all that. Here's what I mean by when they come to us. They start with they not like us. You think she going to them other conferences talking about they not like us? Right? Let's talk facts. Here's what we need to do. We need to start holding these people accountable before they get our vote. Right? Prime example. You know what Joe Biden, he started talking this, what he said the other day about the reason why he didn't get the black vote because he wasn't able to go, he wasn't able to walk through the projects. Y'all remember that? Did y'all see that interview he did recently when he was talking about he couldn't get the urban vote because he didn't get a chance to walk through the projects in the hood? Y'all seen that? It's a mockery. Hold them accountable for what? Their empty promises. Everything they promise you before they get elected that they never come through with when they are elected. That's what I'm saying. The same promises that Biden tell you, I'm going to expunge all the marijuana. Biden never said that. Oh my God. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all look crazy. Like I said, man, you got to remember, at the end of the day, no matter who you vote for, you don't wear your emotion on your sleeve. Just realize that at the end of the day, your situation isn't going to change because the problem is we don't do nothing to make them change. They carry out the same behavior every single year. They promise us a bunch of stuff until, guess what? They get elected and we never get what they promise. Let me tell you what they do, right? This is what we need to do. What we need to do is, instead of listening to them, yes, they're going to do this, give them our vote. Why can't we make it to where they do something first for us and then we vote? Doesn't that sound a little more smart? Here's a prime example. Let me give you let's put into perspective what we do. Could you right now go to Mercedes-Benz and say, listen, I want that car right there. That car is my dream car. I'm going to take it and go home. I'm going to come back later and give you the money. You think you're going to get off that lot with that car? You think you're going to get off that lot with that car? No, right? So here's my question. Why do we allow to give them something before we get anything in return? Right? Why do they get a vote before we get anything in return? Stop listening to Bozo trying to make money off YouTube. Hey, quick little tidbit. I'm good without YouTube. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you, brother. I'm sorry to tell you. Anyway, that makes no sense. How is a candidate going to get anything passed through Congress or Senate without being an elected official? Duh. This is what I see. You're not. Once again, you're not understanding what I'm saying. We need to start changing things. That's what I'm saying. The way we sit there and vote, and something needs to be changed because we never get what we want. Whenever it's time for them to do what they said that they was going to do. This is what you're not understanding. And guess what? It don't matter your race. This is what you're not understanding. White, black, Latino, Chinese, they don't matter what you are, bucko. Yeah, sheesh. This is why I don't get on here and talk politics. I keep it on Patreon because what the easiest thing to do is the people that get it, they'll be there. You gotta really understand, man. Stop the bloodline. Yeah, see, Sebek, that's another thing. But once again, I can't go that far. You know we on YouTube. Now, also, keep in mind, I'm not telling you who's the right one to vote for. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not telling you who to. No, I don't care who you what's name. All I'm saying is pay attention. Stop letting these people make a mockery out of you every time. Every time. Every time. Mm-mm-mm. He said they don't understand how the game is played. They want Congress to be honest. Exactly, and that's never going to happen. Sorry to tell you. And you know the craziest thing, even though they legalize marijuana, people are still going to prison for it. Exactly. You know why? Because they want control. Come on. How you legalize something in one breath and in the next breath you still locking people up for it? Come on. Like I said, y'all, I'm not sitting here telling y'all who. I'm not telling y'all to who to vote for. I'm telling y'all that. Y'all do your own thing. Just stop being bamboozled. That's all I'm saying. Stop being bamboozled. Do you know the history? Do you know the history? The California. Yo, there's people in California right now. You mentioned this name? Oh boy. You mentioned that name? Oh boy. So matter of fact, here, let me ask this, right? Once again, why never y'all won't cover the rush. What's the real? Cap, what's the real? People buy cars all the time with no money down. You still owe, bucko. It's not free. If it's not free, your vote is free. They ain't paying you to vote. What are you talking about? Not telling us who to vote for yet. You haven't said one negative thing about Trump or his policies. I mean, because let's see. That's the problem. Once again, wearing your heart and your emotion on your sleeve. The reason why I'm not, because guess what? Trump is not on here trying to act like he's of the culture. We know, listen, we already know what these people about. It's when they play trickery games. If you don't know what Trump about already, that's on you. Something wrong with you. But what I'm saying is when they start appealing to the culture, when they try to act like they all for the culture, that's what I'm saying. You don't see... Man. That's another thing. This is what's killing me, right? The they not like us. Who's the they? Who's the they? Trump is wildly inconsistent. Listen, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. All I know is I know when certain people was head of the state, how the world felt compared to how it is now. That's I don't care what nobody say nothing. I don't care what you gotta say. I'm going off of what I see. That's the problem. Some of y'all love. Oh well, they said this about this person. I don't care what they said. I know what I felt. Pause. I know when this person was in the office and how things went, and I'm not talking about money, because that's what a lot of people love to do. Oh, this he gave out money. It's not about money. It's not about money, right? You know what the problem is? Y'all forget what the man was talking about when the man was sitting there exposing certain things, telling you about deep state, right? Why none of these other politicians talk about that type of talk? And I can't really say, like I said, I can't really say what I want to say. That's why I can't really argue with y'all the way I want to argue. But all I'm gonna say is I never heard of no other politician talk about the deep state and certain people behind the scenes that need, right? This is why you got to understand why certain forces are against certain people for certain reasons. That's what I'm talking about. You're not gonna hear her talk about the deep state, right? You're not gonna hear about that, bro. Man, listen. What are your thoughts about? What are your thoughts on people saying Trump is for Project 2025? Those are people that don't know nothing. Let me tell you why, right? Because if you was a quote unquote conspiracy theorist since like 2019, 2018, you know that people been talking about the Project 2025. But you would know that they were talking about them other people, the deep, the deep people doing it. But now what they're doing is they're trying to manipulate the masses and make it seem like it's DT that's telling you about the 2025 and it's in his plan when that wasn't the case. In the beginning, in 2018, whenever you talked about Project 2025, they was calling you a conspiracy theorist. Now they don't call you a conspiracy theorist. You know what they tell you? They tell you, yo, listen, it's Trump and he's trying to make it happen. You know what? Let me tell y'all what's funny, right? The BET Awards. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the BET Awards. I don't watch it. Anyway, I didn't watch it. But when I seen clips and I seen Taraji P. Henson talking about Project 2025, I said, wait, this is on national, like this is on TV? I said, no way. No way it's on TV. But then fast forward to what I see they're trying to do and say with Project 2025. I said, oh, that's why they're letting people know about it. Because they're trying to manipulate the masses and tell you about this man doing it. When if you was a quote-unquote conspiracy theorist, at least by 2018, you would know that the conspiracy theorists been talking about it before Trump or anybody else was talking about it, or before they was blaming him for it. Right? So where did Trump? You can't read. All right. Hey, like I told y'all, man, I'm not telling y'all who to vote for. I don't care who you vote for. Just be smart. And let me let you in on a secret, right? You know who's really affected by the decisions you make of who goes into office and stuff like that? It's mostly the people that's in them urban, what they like to say, urban, right? It's those areas. The people that got money, they really don't care. They're not too much affected. So, you listen. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Donald Trump said black people are super gods. Yeah, that's another thing. Not only that, what did Putin do? Y'all remember what Putin did, like 2 months ago? When he showed y'all, like, but they put that under wraps. They put that under wraps. Y'all remember that? You see what Putin did, right? When he disclosed the colored You better pay attention. Know who you are. That's all I encourage y'all to do. Know who you are. Know who you are, man. Know the power you possess. Do your research before spreading misinformation and trash. What's one thing I said that was misinformation? Because I really didn't even get to talking facts yet. I really can't talk how I want to talk on here. That's why I really don't want to get too much into it. I only wanted to talk about. I only really wanted to talk about her saying they're not like us. That's what I really wanted to talk about. I really don't care about politics and some of y'all views because people don't pay attention. People they can't have a debate without emotion. They put emotion over intellect. It's supposed to be the other way around. Intellect over emotion. Let's have a healthy dialogue where you can say something, right? You say something and I say, you know what? All right, let me look into that. Don't come and sit here and say, "Oh, you're spreading misinformation," but just because what you believe is right, right? If you like Trump, then you like Trump. If you like Kamala, you like Kamala. You like Biden, you like Biden. Okay, it don't make me do no different. I'm not gonna lie to you. Who you vote for makes me know. Never mind. If you want to have a proper dialogue, we could do that. But y'all better pay attention and see what's going on. Because, like I said, certain people are really not going to be affected by certain decisions you make. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Right? Just like even recently, right? The man. But I don't. This should be criminal, right? Biden. Let's talk about Biden. Since y'all want to talk, we gonna leave Kamala out and we gonna leave Trump out. Let's talk about Biden real quick. The man just sent umpteen billions, umpteen billions to UK, and then just dropped out of the campaign. Where that money go? Where that money go? This one vowed to what was it, 38 billion to Israel for what was it? 38 billion to Israel for some. I forgot what it was. My fault, y'all. That I don't remember, but I know it was all I heard was 38 billion to Israel. I think I stopped listening after that. Sheesh. Go to New York. It's a wreck. And y'all sending 38 billion where? Where are you even getting this money from? Come on, man. Start asking. Listen, all I'm saying is start asking questions. Start asking questions. Please. Stop just going for whatever you hear, y'all. Please. Please, man. This and our ignorance is only going to keep it the same way it is. The flat earther is convinced everyone else is dumb. Is he supposed to ask for dirt on Trump before releasing the fund to Donald Trump? That's a question. So I've been saying this whole time on both sides. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ask questions. I don't care who y'all vote. Listen, whatever y'all do what you do. Just be smart about it. That's what I was. Y'all not about to sit here and get me to going back and forth. Because like I said, it's like people wear emotions when they debate, and have dialogue. That's not what this is about. This is about real stuff that's happening in this world, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to open the eyes. Oh, well, Trump did this, Trump did that. Yeah, he a scum too. They all they all just, but it's just some more than others. But like I said, man, y'all better, you know, they got rid of Mr. West, man. Keep dropping gems. Do you think marijuana charge will be dismissed? No. That's the same. Look, one of the same promises they've been promising for forever. The same promises. That's one of the promises. Don't forget the great tribulations of self. That's a fact too. If you trust the government, you fail history. I like that one. I like that one. Questions in 2016 when Trump won. Hey, that's, you know, that's a, hey, as long as you ask questions. This is a safe space. Y'all don't have to hide who y'all really want to vote for, who y'all care about. Don't hide it. Let's talk. That's all. Let's talk. But when it comes to, people being weird and, oh, you should do this, and no, that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. Make me understand why you feel the way you feel. That's all. And vice versa. He said Montel knows presidential trim. Facts. And see, if y'all remember, what was it Judge Mathis? Y'all remember when he was talking about her before, when she became, forget all that. Like I said, nobody ever asked this question. Why did she go from attacking Biden, right? To go from attacking that man to joining his campaign, call him all type of, race through this and that. All right, cool. What made you join forces with him? Because the support would mean that you agree with what he's doing, correct? Or am I wrong? Right? Why, out of all these years, nobody asks, what made, let me tell you, I've been waiting for people to answer that question since. When was it? Whatever year it was. Whatever year it was. What made her join forces? That's the number one question that nobody asks, which is crazy. That's the number one question you should be asking. All the little conferences and her going back and forth, they was attacking each other. I would play it now, but last time I tried playing one of the little political videos, they always do some type of copyright thing, so she saw him as a stepping stone towards the presidency. 9 times out of 10, they came to her like, listen, we need you, because you got to remember, right? At the time, they wanted him to win. But they know with this one sitting there saying, I'm African-American, that's who we was going to believe in anyway. So with her going against him, it wasn't good. It was making them look bad. They probably came with a proposition. Listen, I need you either get down or lay down. Because y'all know how them people come. The invisible people that be, man, That's a good question. He said, what lab did J.D. Vance crawl out of? Facts, because I'm trying to wonder where these people came from. Out of nowhere. Let me tell you, I always found it funny as soon as when this whole presidential thing came about, right? When this whole presidential thing came about, you know what the first thing they did? The first thing they tried to make us do is put Biden against Trump. That was the first thing. You didn't hear about no other people. I'm like, wait, where's the other candidates? God damn, we don't get no options. Damn. what Kevin Hart say? Damn. Right? I knew something was up. But then once again, when you go back to that Simpson, where was it at? All right? Let's go back to it. Listen to what they say. Let's go back to it for you. But art imitates reality. And then, some people just say, oh, it's just a cartoon. All right, cool. Keep thinking that. Truth is always going to be there. It's just up to you to, whether you believe it or not. Simple. I remember she was bashing Joe Biden about, the busing and the segregation, all that stuff. Yeah, of course, using it to, 94 Joe Biden crime bill. This is what I'm saying. And that, let me tell you, even when they elected him with that, oh, man. You know what it is? Let me tell y'all. This is Shizzo posting, bro. Skizzo. I don't know what the hell he's going on. Yeah, he just made me lose my train of thought. Put the cartoons away, lame. Shout out to you, Anthony. I think you want here. You want attention. I put him here. You want attention. Shout out to you, though. Now, I know he did. I was just being funny. This is Skizzo. That's, what's crazy? The fact that some of y'all really think that this is, like, far from the truth is actually crazy. All right? Look, they said that. Look, you know what's crazy? All right. You said put the cartoons away, lame, right? Shout out to you too. I think you tried to sound cool. I guess. What is it? Damn, I deleted the article. I finally did it. Deleted it. Oh no, look. For y'all that be thinking, and this was crazy because I guess whenever y'all hear from like the news, that's when it's no longer conspiracy. It's true to y'all, right? But look, MSN.com, right? What is this? Where you go? New York Post, right? And this came from a Harvard study. Aliens might be living amongst us disguised as humans or in a base inside the moon, according to new Harvard study. That's the media telling you that, right? That's the media telling you that. The media also told you, well, not recently, but since last year when we started seeing all the extraterrestrial sightings, out of your whole years of living, when they told you that they don't exist, they came out and told y'all, no, they do exist and they're amongst us. Y'all remember that? So are they crazy too? Are they lame too? Y'all better wake up and read a book or something. For real, man. Kamala wore Lisa Simpson's outfit when she was president. Yeah. And the thing is, when people think that all this is just a coincidence, how is it just a coincidence? Look, y'all better pay, look at this. And yes, it's just a cartoon, but y'all better. Look. Just a coincidence. Right? Hold on, what is it? Right? Just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. Y'all be thinking it's coincidence, but y'all gotta remember, they gotta put it in your face. Pause. They gotta show you. They can't do it. It's part of karmic law. Right? Down to this. Look, nothing different. You think this is just a coincidence. Listen, let me tell y'all. If I didn't know better, I would think it's crazy too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would think something wrong with me too. That's a fact. But just read a little, man. That's all. I like that. Jerry said, how many times in the Bible were humans visited by a human who turned out to be God? Ah. Why do they act like fallen angels don't exist? Right? You know what? That's what be killing me too. People are selective of what they believe when it comes to that book. I tell women that it's crazy. I always use that when I'm talking to women about Solomon and his hundreds of wives. Everybody loved the Bible, right? Solomon had how many wives? He was happy. So why y'all don't select, right? Selectively like that part of the Bible, right? Why they don't ever talk about that part? And like I said, it's certain things I don't be wanting to say on here. Cause y'all know this place in their guidelines, man, but it slip out. It is what it is. Right, that's what I do is vote for the Green Party, but I feel like my vote doesn't count. Well, you gotta remember that electoral college. Don't they get like the last say so or something like that? Just believe in God, brother. The firmament is real. You right about that? It was not secret, my guy. It's common sense. So you just called me a lame for talking about cartoons, and now you're saying it was not a secret. It's common sense. I don't know. You all over the place, brother. For the government changed the immunity for the police on wrongful death and charge them like regular folks. Nope. That's funny because it seems, look, every time what's the name come around, why they don't never talk about that? Shout out I said shout out, wow. I meant to say Rest in peace to what? Sonya Massey, I think her name was, recently. I didn't even get to watch the video. Y'all know why? Because I really didn't want that energy. If y'all know anything about these devices, man, they're pretty much portals. Watch what you invite in your home. Watch, just watch certain things. And I couldn't watch that video because I seen one of the captions say that she got, shot in the face or whatever. And then they actually got videos on Twitter about it. I can't watch that. I can't watch that. The cartoon said, "What you gonna do about it? LOL." And this what you do. Anthony Rain Shakur. You got another Shakur, man. Shout out to you. Said Lisa hair looks better. Yeah, let me tell you, it's not that they predicted anything. It's already been written. Right? It's already been written. What if she's wearing that on purpose to troll? Out of all things, though? Out of all things. How she even know back to go to this cartoon? I know we like to make excuses, but damn. Come on, man. Do you think a lady will be our next president? I mean, the rate we going, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. But don't be confused, y'all. Let me see, and this is what I was trying to say earlier. It's not about a woman being the president. It's not about Kamala herself. It's not about any of that stuff. Because if y'all know, there's other countries that actually does have female presidents already, and they actually run pretty well. Yeah, let me see if I can search them up. I don't know them offhand though. Countries. Like I said, my whole objective with everything I was saying tonight or this morning is not about it being Kamala or it being a female, period. It's about how they try to make a mockery out of us to get our votes by acting like they're so down. Like, you see what I'm saying? They not like us. How the hell? Look. Look. Hold on. Let me go back. Douglas Emhoff. His name is Emhoff. Look. We're going to sit there in your face and play in your face and say they not like us. Who's they? Who's they? You can't be talking about him. That's blasphemy, right? It's contradiction, right? Hypocritical, right? Man, listen. What was that? Oh, countries that have. Is current female presidents of the world. President, what's her name? Saleh Work Zure. President of Zimbabwe since 2018. Right? That's one. Elected as Prime Minister of New Zealand in 2017. Jacinda Ardern. Yeah. Right? Who else? Elected as Prime Minister of Iceland in 2017. Katrin, I'm not even going to try this. Right? So let's not make it President of the Republic of China since 2016. Chancellor of Germany. This was the one of China. Prime Minister of Bangladesh since 2009. Right? Prime Minister of Namibia. Yeah. Namibia or Namibia. Right? So let's not act like it don't exist. Look, President of Naples, Bria Devi, I can't really say it, right? Prime Minister of Serbia, President of Singapore since 2017, Halima Yacoub, right? So let's stop the ignorance. Look, President of Kosovo since 2020, 2020. All right, okay now. President of Trinidad and Tobago, Paula May Weeks, right? Since 2018. And these countries pretty much run smoothly. Prime Minister of Barbados, I think Grenada too. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Anyway, like I said, at the end of the day, just understand, man. Sonia, what was her last name? Which one? Which one are you talking about? Sonia? Which one was Sonia? I don't think there was. Was it a Sonia? No, it wasn't a Sonia. It was a Saleh, President of Zimbabwe. Yeah, Sonia Massey, I think was her name. Talking about how the episode where Lisa became president. Hopefully Lisa isn't supposed to be Hillary Clinton. Hey. Dude jacks all to cartoons. Yeah. You want attention too. You want attention. Trump said 144,000 black supercars with natural power. Yeah, see, like I said, it's certain, yeah. Let me tell you, because he know what's up. They all know what's up, man. They all know what's up. Like, we just going to leave it at that. They all know what's up. You know what's wild, bro? All these music artists and celebs sell their soul to the devil. When they win an award, they think G. Because you got to know who their, G-O-D is. When they say that, you think they talking about who you talking about, but they're not. They got a different G-O-D. That's why it's easier for them to say it, because it's, it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like manipulative. Because you think they talking about who you talking about, but they're not. And they know that you think that they're talking about who they're talking about. We don't care. You know how when you told us about the Young and A situation, we still don't care. All right, we got another, what is it, Bad Guy Tez? Yeah, he want attention. Still voting Biden. Go ahead. Why do you act like who you vote for makes me any never mind? The people I'm talking to, they understand what's going on. $2025, year the snake. Shout out to you, Zeus. A lot of people don't know that. But definitely means big changes. Just like this year is the year of the Aquarius. That's why all shall be revealed. Kamala got her arms out when women not supposed to have that. Them shows, it's just like Michelle. Did y'all see what's going on with her recently? All the rumors and stuff surrounding her name, being that her mother passed away and who she left her will to. Look, let me show y'all. That's why I said it's a lot going on. I'm not trying to be up here until 5 o'clock in the morning, but 9 times out of 10 I probably am. There's a lot going on. Y'all just gotta pay attention. I'm mad I even started off with politics, because I knew once I got to politics it was gonna be mad people in here with the trolling and just weird energy. But it is what it is. Michelle Obama. Mom. Here you go. You know, it's funny, nobody spoke about this. This was in June, right? This was in June. Look. Michelle Obama's mother, Mary Mc, McGillicuddy, Gillicuddy Robinson, has died at the age of 84. She went peacefully in her sleep before being mostly devoured by her Lhasa Apso, and Chicago police have ruled out any foul play. The real story, however, is how she worded her last will and testament, according to Illinois' comptroller and keeper of the public record, Art DuBose. Where's the? Oh, here you go. It says Miss Robinson's. I can't even see. This is so small. Hold on. How do I make it bigger? I can't. It says Miss Robinson's will clearly states that her possessions should all go to my son, Michael Robinson Obama. Mind you, I think that that's when she had passed away in 2002, 22 or something like that. Yeah, matter of fact, right here, it says right here. Yep. This receipt is from 2022. I can't really see what it says, but yeah. Yo, listen, it's a lot going on, y'all. Like I told y'all before, we in the age of Aquarius when all shall be revealed. I ain't gonna get too much in depth about Michelle Obama. I think y'all should already know. If you don't, it is what it is. It's part of the agenda. Kamala Harris is going to win the Oscar for Best Outstanding Performance for a lead female role. I like that. Kamala not black at all. She's Indian. Yeah, she's Jamaican and Indian. Right? She likes to say. You know what it is? They keep trying to put the Jamaican part in there. And shout out to all my Jamaican. Matter of fact, if you're Jamaican and in here, you know exactly what I'm about to say. If you know anything about Jamaicans, they don't identify as regular African Americans. They don't. Let's be real. If you know them, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Real Jamaicans, though. Not none of the American ones, but even them. Well, at least their parents. They'll tell you themselves, like, oh, I'm not, no. They think we all ignorant, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. And some of us really are. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. Shannon Sharp's burner account, what's up, bro? Q out, what's up, bro? Vote based on color, get what you deserve. Exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. My thing is, vote on who you want to, but do your due diligence. Don't just sit there and see, oh, this one is this, I'm voting for it. Remember, that's what happened with Obama, right? That's what happened with Obama, remember? See how that played out? Another story. After Trump is over with. Hey, Sebek, I'm going to tell you this, right? Have you ever read that book? It's called Barron Trump, The Last President. I'm going to just keep it at that. Kamala is horrible. Stop, please. Get the mortgage and everything. I don't know what you're talking about. You said she shot him. Oh, no, it was a while ago. Yeah, the Cyan Massey case. The one that just happened, right? Oh, now, you see what you just said, too? It was a while ago. That's crazy you said that. Because I don't know what's going on in this world right now. But something crazy is going on. Have y'all been tuned into the whole Richard Simmons talk recently? And everybody talking about the Mandela effect and all this? Y'all been paying attention? For all my 80s, 90s, 70s, and whatever other years, y'all know exactly who Richard Simmons is. And y'all know exactly when, or remember when he passed away. Just recently, they said last month he did. What? What? Threw me for a loop. For all my oldies in here, y'all know who Richard Simmons is. And Dr. Ruth. Dr. Ruth, too. This fan is killing. Basically, you don't hate more than the... He said the options are great, so it's basically who you don't hate more than the other because most people might not... Exactly. Might not like Trump or any of the above. That's pretty much what it is. That's exactly what it is. Who you don't like the most. I mean, or less, whatever. Nobody's voting for. See what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know why I got this up here. Knowing YouTube and how they move. Let me get away from that. Oh, come on, never did. Only Trump rally CNN had a live stream was in Butler, PA. Yeah, so yo, Zeus. See, I didn't get into that. I didn't do my proper due diligence. That's why. See, that's why I didn't speak on it. But I heard that, and now that makes me question: did they know something before it was going to happen? He said only Trump rally CNN has ever live streamed was in Butler, PA. And what happened in Butler, PA? Right? See what I'm saying? Somebody said that earlier. In the comments, I seen it on Instagram. Once again, if y'all not following us on Instagram, do so now at Hookah Anonymous _. And let me plug in the Patreon again for y'all. Hold on. If y'all wanna, but we could be a little more explicit, like I always tell y'all. We ain't gotta sit here and watch how we talk on there. There we go. Right? Ooh, just keep it a buck. Call at the end of that 5 a.m. You see that I got information on that too. That's a man. Why do you think he pushed for me? I'm gonna leave that at that. I ain't gonna talk too much about that because, like I say, I know how they get on YouTube. I ain't gonna talk too much about that. Let's go back to it. Let's go back. Michael Obama, like Brittany, nice say anything. He's talking about a dog eating a human, and you guys are talking Trump. A dog eating a human? What are you talking about? A dog eating a human? Michelle Moore Shakur. See, Michelle Moore Shakur. You talk about a dog eating a human. Kamala Grimy asked California. This is what I keep saying. Like, if you don't want to take it from me, don't take it from me. Don't take it from me. Go ask Californians. The ones from the 90s. See what they'll say about her. Right? Shout out from Union Island. Shout out to Union Island. Jacqueline, what's up? Appreciate you for pulling up. People who voting Biden gonna vote Biden. People who voting Trump going. That's what I'm saying. And this is, let me tell you, I don't care who you vote for. First of all, shout out to y'all. Get the likes up, man. We got 264 in here. Get the likes up, y'all. But I'm not telling y'all who to vote for. I'm just telling you pay attention and stop letting them play you. It don't matter who you vote for. It makes me no never mind. And it really don't make them no never mind because them people gonna do whatever they want anyway. That's what y'all gotta understand. Like, no matter what they gonna do what they want, bro. Yeah, she told Obama to introduce her as the first Indian American. That's a fact. Damn, I forgot the year, the exact year. Let's look it up. Hold on, let's look it up. For y'all that think. That's what I be trying to say, man. Just pay attention. It's there. Obama, Kamala Harris, first American Indian. Look what they say. Yeah, the media is crazy. Yeah, y'all remember Malcolm X said it best. America got one of the most dangerous weapons in the world. It's not a firearm, a bomb. It's none of that. It's the media. Look what they said. Republicans scramble to define Kamala Harris with old stereotypes and conspiracy theories. What else? What else they got? These people are crazy. Look what they say. How black women could help propel Kamala Harris to the White House. You see what I'm saying? Like, do y'all peep what's going on? This was 1 hour ago. Come on, man. Look at the headlines. Look at the headlines. This is what I be trying to look. Look at the headlines. How black women can help propel Kamala Harris to the White House. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Y'all can't be this foolish. How black women can help propel Kamala Harris to the White House. This is the headline. Look. Black women voters in the U.S. are enthusiastically rallying around Vice President Kamala Harris, who is on the cusp of becoming the first woman of color to run the presidential election. African American voters have long been the Democratic Party's most loyal and reliable electorate, and black women in particular have shown they can provide the winning edge for candidates. Listen to what they say. Now, look. African American voters have long been the Democratic Party's most loyal and reliable electorate, and black women in particular have shown they can provide the winning edge for candidates in recent elections. Since when? Stop letting these people play in y'all face, man. See what I'm saying? And I just stumbled upon this article. I'm glad we did. Look what they're doing. It's called predictive programming. Social engineering. Here, let's look up these definitions for you. For y'all that don't understand what's going on. Let's look up the definitions. Social engineering. Right? Look. In the context of information security, social engineering is the psychological manipulation of people into performing actions or divulging confidential information. That's what they're doing. Psychological manipulation. Let me say this again. Psychological manipulation. You know what that means? Because you won't even realize that you're being manipulated. You wouldn't even realize that you're being manipulated. When you see things like this, because since when did they talk about the black female voters like this? How black women can help propel Kamala Harris to the White House. Black women voters in the U.S. are enthusiastically rallying around Vice President. First of all, look, you know what they're doing? They're pretty much coercing you to do it. They're psychologically manipulating you to do it by telling you this. That black women voters in the U.S. are enthusiastically rallying around Vice President Kamala Harris. Understand what's going on? It's predictive programming. Right? Look, African American voters have long been the Democratic Party's most loyal and reliable electorate, and black women in particular, people they are good, boy, I tell you. And black women in particular, suddenly, in particular, black women, because guess what? You have a black woman that's running for president now. So now they must let it stand out that black women in particular have shown they can provide the winning edge for candidates in recent elections. Why are they playing with us? Why are they playing with us? Why are we letting them play with us? And once again, it don't matter who you vote for. Just be smart. Look, now let's look at what predictive programming means. Right? Oh, they think they slick. Look what they did. Look what they did. It's theory. Right? All of a sudden, hold on. All of a sudden, predictive programming is theory. Why they don't just have a straight up definition? They got to tell you it's theory. Just like they tell you everything is a conspiracy theory, right? But anyway, predictive programming is theory that the government or other higher ups are using fictional movies or books as a mass mind control tool to make the population more accepting of planned future events. Yo, these people are good, man. Shout out to them, though. Yo, you know when they say you can't even knock them? I don't even knock them. At this point, I don't knock them. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even knock them. Shout out to them. They good. They good. They good, boy. They good. That's why sometimes I don't even when I see people like really just ignorant and going off emotion and don't understand, I don't even knock them. I'm like, yo, you know what? Them people are good. I can't beat them. I can't beat them. What are you saying about us Jamaicans? I ain't saying nothing bad about you Jamaicans. I just said what it is, actually. That's another thing too with the Africans. Africans don't even identify as regular American. I wish I still had that video with this dude. He was in a room with like two Caucasian dudes, and one of the other African American dudes got on live, and he said something to him. He said, "First of all, I'm not one of you ignorant, black, yeah." He said, "I'm African." He started speaking Swahili, and yeah. Anyway, Swahili. Oh, he said Sudan. It was one of them. Oh, why do you hate Trump? What? What do y'all be coming up with this? I never said I hate Trump. What? See, it's kind of interesting to be knowing how y'all perceive certain things that said. I never said I hate Trump. Where did you get that from? I told y'all whoever y'all vote for is on you. What? Crazy. The first only time I heard her say she was black on the Breakfast Club, and she was that was the first and only time, which is the crazy part. But guess where she was at? The Breakfast Club. What is the Breakfast Club? What are they their main audience? Who else? Us. They even talk different. There's a video I want to play so bad, but I know they're gonna do that little copyright crap, so I don't want to do it. But there's a video that shows when she was speaking in front of, y'all probably seen it already. If you didn't, go to our Instagram page. I got it on there. I just posted it earlier. But she was talking to the JEW. It was like a JEW conference, and you guys see how she was speaking. It was, "Hey, I'm glad to be around you guys. You guys are so yes. It's amazing. I want to donate 38 billion to Then when she got on the interview with the culture sister, it's everything is and yup and yup, talking all aggressive and in urban. See what I'm saying? So Simmons was an OG. I think I'm far in the comments. Richard Simmons died in 2014 February. Facts. February, right? Y'all say Richard Simmons passed away in 2014 February, right? But watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Show you something. What this say? What that say? Look. Look at this. Since when? They say that Mandela thing, that Mandela thing. I can hear people now that's just figuring out what's really going on. Yo, you hear about that Mandela thing that they talking about going on? That Mandela thing. They said Richard Simmons in that Mandela thing. That effect of Mandela. Mandela, the Mandela. Dr. Ruth. Oh yeah, who else? Dr. Ruth, right? Dr. Ruth. Y'all remember when she passed away? What does this say? Hold on. Look at this. Y'all remember her, right? Some of y'all do. If you old enough, you do. Right? Look when it says she passed away. Dies at 96, July 13, 2024. Look, oh, right here. Oh, my fault, not 13. That was published on the 13. She died July 12, 2024, which is inaccurate. Cause last I checked, I think it was '09, right? It was '09. It was '09 if I'm, let me see, Dr. Ruth, 2009. Let me see what they got for her in 2009. Nah, see, they don't have it here. Yep, they don't have it here. See what I'm saying? Look, let me see if I can find it on TikTok. I hope they don't give me that little copyright crap, but it is what it is, even if they do. Richard Simmons. Oh, it was '02. 2002 it was. My fault. It wasn't '09. It was 2002. I know I wasn't bugging. Look. I know TikTok always will. Oh, what happened here?
Did y'all see that? And it kind of hit me. I was like, wow, Dr. Ruth, and really didn't think a lot about it, but just something wasn't adding up. But no, look, I'm telling y'all, I remember when Dr. Ruth died. First of all, I'm 60 years old. Dr. Ruth was an old woman. She was an old
Yo, what the?
First of all, I'm 60 years old. Dr. Ruth was an old woman. She was an old sex psychiatrist.
Yep.
Back when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And she died around 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Not day before yesterday. And
Timeline's tripping.
I distinctly remember that.
Hold on.
You are definitely not going crazy. This past weekend, we shifted timelines. And it was one of the most positive things that we could have done with that. The Richard Simmons, you're not going crazy. Richard Simmons has died 3 times. Like, this is the 3rd time. Same thing with Dr. Ruth. Remember, they tried to pull it with Bob Barker, too. Bob Barker died a few times.
Bob Barker, yep.
This timeline is different, though. This vibration's different.
Mm-hmm.
For the collective, this is where we need to be. The positive outcomes that we've been waiting for, and I know you're feeling it. Like, your sleep has been off, but it's a harmony that you're feeling.
All right, let me elaborate on what he's trying to say. I don't want to get into too much of it, because like I said, y'all know we on these platforms. But if lately you've been waking up still tired, right? Have some of y'all, no matter what time you go to sleep, you wake up still tired? Or lately you just been exhausted, don't really want to do much, right? Trust me, because I felt it. This was like, oh, was it over the weekend? No, I think it was like last weekend, if I'm sure. I think it was last week. I'm not sure. Right? But yeah, if you've been feeling that, rumor, right? Allegedly, we're on a different frequency. This is why you see the weather being how it is now. Hot. I'm talking about crazily hot. Let me see if I could
as we rise, they can't stop the rise. The planet rise. They let you know every day about global warming. That's what they trying to call it, global warming. It's a motherfucking pole shift going on. We rise. As a planet, we are rising to a higher frequency. So what that mean? We vibrating faster. The realm, so that's gonna make everything warmer. The warmer it gets, the more you're gonna see things unlocking within you that you never knew you had even access to.
Speaking of faster, right? Y'all remember when Biden told y'all no more leap year? Minute wasn't 60 seconds no more. And not only that, have y'all been feeling like the days just been flying, right? Like already, it's the end. It's pretty much the end of July, right? We just got in July, right? Before you know it, September, right there, right? Everything's been moving fast, different frequency, different energy. It's just different. They know that. Them people know that.
You're gonna start, like I say, you're gonna start seeing more bugs and different beings of animals that they thought wasn't even alive no more, that's still been here, but they were just on a higher frequency. And it's gonna get warmer and warmer. Taking winter gonna come shorter and shorter. This is happening in real life, what they call time. Why the days flying? Nigga, days been flying for years now.
Look, see?
Right. It's the end of time.
Yeah, Joan Rivers. We're going to get to that's crazy you said that because I was going to talk about it next. Joan Rivers. And it's funny, right? As soon as she talked about it, what happened to her?
End of their matrix. In the beginning of a new world. We're rising. Back up. You get the rise now? Now we rise. You get it now? I've been saying this shit too.
Nah, they raised more than 1.5 million. They raised 80 something million for her in less than 24 hours. Oh, see, I wasn't even in the. That's crazy. See, I wasn't even in the comments. Who this? Kai Tay? It's called Campaign and Goofy. All right, hold on. You want to be famous? Shout out to you. Trump seeking a black vote too, going to barbershops. He is too. They all do. Let me tell you, they all doing it. They all like. This why I try. This is what I was trying to say earlier. It's no. Oh, this one better. No, it's. It's the same thing, man. You think you got options. You don't. It's the same thing. Are you manipulating us? No. I don't care who you vote for. I told you that already. I feel like you're psychologically manipulating me right now. To the program creating FOMO out of thin air. Everybody needs to see you don't plan for you're playing. My fault, y'all. I'm reading all the old comments. Hey, let me play as I read it.
2 years publicly, niggas probably still didn't get what I was talking about. That's what I meant. We're rising back up. It's warm up top. It's cold down here in the solid realm, nigga. The warmer it get, the higher you go, the warmer it get. The faster the vibration.
That's crazy, because you know what's funny? When he said that, I seen this mad long ago. I forgot. He did this mad long ago. Shout out to him too, free him, but think about it, right? As you rise, like he about to say, as you rise, everything gets warmer, right? Like, you know, if you ever lived in a house, what they tell you? You go upstairs in the basement. I mean, I was about to say go upstairs in the basement. That's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, you go upstairs to the attic. It's hot as hell, right? Go downstairs to the basement. It's cold. The higher you rise, the more warmer it gets. The frequency, the more the frequency rise, the hotter it gets. That's actually a good metaphor. That's a good way to put it, actually.
Told you it's warm everywhere in the astrals, in the quantum realms. Spiritual realms, you like to call it warm, not cold. You're
That's a fact, Anthony. Malcolm X said the Republicans, the wolf, and Democrats are the fox. The fox smiles like it's friendly, showing his teeth, and the wolf growls. Facts. It's just like if you ever been through the penal system, and I hope you haven't, but if you have, you know when they play good cop, bad cop, right? You got the. It's the same thing. They do it. They've been doing it for years, and they still do it. You got one cop coming. He acts like he's so nice. Listen, just tell us everything. You know, I'll make sure if you want something to eat and. Then you got the other one that come in throwing stuff around. You better tell it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. They the same thing. They just act like you got options. They got the same motive. Why is Beyonce endorsing Kamala? You know why. And that's another, let me tell y'all, I always tell y'all, when something starts going viral too quick, take a step back and watch it. Take a step back and watch it. Whenever something goes like overly viral, overly popular out of nowhere, something ain't right. Right? Something ain't right. It's a reason. First thing I did when I heard, oh, raise 80-something million in less than 24 hours? No way. It's amazing to me how all that money could be raised for a campaign, but why we can't get none of that? Why they can't seem to raise no money to help the people? Right? That's the things that I'd be worried about. I don't really care too much about the vote. I just like seeing how things play out and how people react to it. But in retrospect, what I'm really looking at is the stuff that goes on around. The sudden celebrities that come out the woodworks and suddenly trying to encourage you to vote, right? The sudden celebrities that come out of nowhere and donate all this money. The ones that never cared about politics at all, and all of a sudden they come with this agenda. Yeah, vote for this one, this one, this one. Well, come on.
Man. Remember, green veins, you need to be asking yourself, why the fuck my veins green and the human being's veins blue? And the human beings, you need to be asking yourself, why is our shit blue and they shit green?
Yo, that was at Waves World. Shout out to you, Waves World. Do y'all remember that? I forgot all about that. When Biden came out of nowhere and said it himself, if you ain't voting for me, you ain't black. No, what? What? Yo, that's probably one of the most boldest things I've heard a politician say in my life. If you ain't voting for me, you ain't black. You ain't even... Yo, nah, hold on. I forgot all about that. That's crazy. I forgot all about that. The man said, if you ain't voting for me, you ain't black. You ain't even black. What are you talking about, bro? Hold on. Let's see. No, since y'all said that he didn't say what he said the other day, right? About walking through the projects. Biden. Biden walk through the hood. That's why I love TikTok. See? See? This is why you gotta love TikTok. Because you're gonna find it like that. Look. This for y'all that said that he didn't say this, right? Pay attention.
Think does changes. It's not an excuse and explanation. I would ordinarily be going through black neighborhoods on the foot, working through neighborhoods. I have a tradition. I close every campaign, no matter what campaign, going into the projects and going down the east side. And hey Joe, well, how you doing? You know, everybody, well, just because they're my friends, let them know I'm still there. We can't do that now. Not because of the black community, because it's too dangerous for me to be out walking with another company. So
You hear that? Yo, you know what's funny? That's like it's almost like, not a slap in the face. It's almost like, damn, bro. The man just said, I will ordinarily walk through the hood, you know, the projects and see the people, but I can't do it now because it's too dangerous.
what I'm doing though is trying to keep in touch with as many of my black constituents.
Wow.
And letting people know that I'm available. I'm available. It's a reason why I got involved in politics in the first place. Not a joke. Not a joke. Everybody deserves a shot. Everybody deserves a shot.
You know what I always tell y'all? Them eyes, right? What I tell you about them eyes? Y'all better pay attention. Anyway, y'all don't need to hear no more of that. He said all you need to hear. Hold on, I gotta. Damn, I'm far behind. Far behind in the comments. My fault, y'all. Yeah, D heard you said me too, and I don't usually feel this way, but I'm on a fast too. Nah, I'm telling you. Listen, first of all, that cold stuff is damn. Hopefully, let me see if I can find a video. I like to find videos so they could better explain it. So hopefully I don't get too much community guideline stuff. So let me see if I can find it. They probably still do it, but you know what's crazy? All right, let me tell you, let me explain this, right? Growing up, like especially if you ever been to New York. As a kid, you was told, yo, you know, New York is one of the only places that have like different seasons. You got summer, winter, autumn, spring, so forth, right? And to you like, damn, that's what's up. Like, yo, we the only ones, we different. Yo, that, you know, it's like, all right, like we different. Like that's dope. But when you really come to find out, you grow up and you really think about it, you're like, wait, hold up, why? Right? Why? That's actually abnormal. That's not normal. And when you start putting things into perspective, you're like, okay. Alright. Yeah, something ain't making sense. This ain't how it's supposed to be. Why is it like it? Let me see if I can find. He's gonna say it, but he started talking. He started saying the P word. You know this word. He started saying this word. You know that's how they get you. You start saying certain words. Let me see. I think he talked about it in this one too.
Look at your planet. Look what it fucking does to the plants. Nigga, they die.
Which is on another note, right? It's crazy because I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I visited my grandma, and on her block used to be full of trees, full of trees. Now, especially when you go into the hood, you realize, yo, where all the trees go? Have y'all noticed that? Like, have you really been able to go to the hood and look like, yo, where the trees at? Right? Then you look at the trees that's there, no leaves, no nothing. It's old and whatever. Then when you hear about like, yo, damn, all the stuff that's in the air, it makes you think like, what are we really inhaling? Perfect example, right? They tell you if you live by the beach, that sand water can mess up your car, right? If you know anybody that got cars and they live next to a beach, you ever see their car and start getting the grayish, rusty look? And I said, wait, so if it's doing that to metal and it's doing that to your car, what is it doing to you? What is it doing to your insides? Right? If you inhaling that, what is it doing to your insides? Or am I bugging? Maybe I think too hard about it. Maybe I'll be reaching. But really think about it, y'all. If that air is able to see, the seawater air able to do that to a car, what is it doing to your insides? Right? Or am I bugging?
Nigga, everything dies when they freeze us. Big ass grizzly bears. He 1,000 pounds. Good hair on him. He don't even want to be outside when it's cold. He go hibernate, nigga. The grizzly bear gets sleepy all of a sudden, nigga. That's not natural, man. Then when spring comes, the grizzly bear back outside, the squirrels come back out. When the sun come out, we feeling good. We want to go do more. We more active. You know, we want to go get into some shit now. Now compare that to a cloudy day. You still gonna go do some shit, but it ain't that same energy. You gotta rouse yourself up. But when the sun out, you want to be something great. Look at your planet. wouldn't die. Bears wouldn't go hibernate. Everything shuts the fuck up when winter comes. Why is that?
He gonna curse too much. He gonna curse too much. But let me see. Let me give him one more chance.
You need to think about that. Hold on now. Winter is some fucked up shit. Everything dies in the winter. And we don't think about that. We so busy trying to get back to spring. Nigga, fuck spring. Because if you look at spring, summer, autumn, those are all warm months. Out of 4 seasons, only one is cold. That's winter. 3 outbeat 1. 3 to 1 all day. That should let you know that the normal balance of the planet was always warm. It's not cold in space, it's warm. The higher you go in vibration, the warmer it gets. We not saying dreadlock no more.
Yeah, bro. You gotta get what I'm trying to say. And I know for some of y'all that always be like, why you always resort to Rashad Jamal? There's other guys out there. Shout out to Young Pharaoh. Shout out to... There's a couple of them. But, you know, just certain ones you identify with. Shout out to Yahweh. I think he changed his name, too. I forgot his name. I have been so tired and I was wondering why. Yo, I'm far in the comments. I'm far in the comments. But, yeah, a lot of us been tired. We wondering why. Frequency is rising. Different timelines. Like I said, as soon as I seen that, somebody sent it to me. They was like, yo, Richard Simmons passed away. I'm like, Richard Simmons. Now, and for y'all that know about there's another Richard Simmons. He's the guy that used to have the video network, the rap video network. Y'all remember him, the black guy? Let me see if I can see it. Richard Simmons. He used to have the video show. Was it B? No, it wasn't BET. This is way back in the day. Let me see. Music, Richard Simmons. He had the rap network. Simmons rap show. Let me see if it comes out. Yeah, it's all. See, I'm pretty sure he isn't as big as this Richard Simmons, of course, so it's not gonna come up, but. Look, I could sleep no matter what, but I woke up yesterday from a nap, couldn't go back to sleep, and it was kicking. Yeah, so it affects everybody differently, too. Yeah, so I was responding to a great change in the works. Yeah, let me tell you, if you know, you can feel it. Like, you ain't got to be told. You can feel it. You feel it different. You feel your body responding to it. The problem is our body, our subconscious, our spirit, it tells us everything we need to know. A lot of us can't identify with those signs, right? Even symbols. You see certain symbols, certain numbers you see. You kept seeing your birthday, and you're like, yo, why I keep seeing my birthday? You just think it's a coincidence, right? They always tell you it's a coincidence. No, these things mean something. When you keep seeing a certain color, when you keep seeing a certain symbol, when you think about something and you keep seeing like certain numbers, it means something. But, you know, spirit can't talk to you. They show you. You got to pay attention. Like your gut. People always say, yo, I had that gut feeling. Yeah. That's spirit trying to talk to you, you know? You think it's just a gut feeling because that's what we've been told. That's just a gut feeling. That's just your intuition. All right, so listen to it. It's trying to tell you something. Problem is we don't listen because we can't identify them signals. We haven't been taught. Our ancestors did. Why do you think we was telepathic? Before you had language, right? Before we had language, how did we communicate? It was telepathy. How we go from telepathy and knowing and can read each other's minds damn near or speak to each other without even talking to now we ignoring how our body feel. We ignoring signs like that. How you go from telepathy to this? Come on, man. I never seen the second son yet. Is it just me? Man, you better look up. You better look up. It's there. He said, whatever the F happens, I hope it happens before the semester starts. Shout out to you, man. It's funny because I be saying the same thing. Whatever's going to happen, make sure it happens before I got to pay these damn bills and everything, man. Because Shit, if it's gonna happen, then it's funny. Nobody's talking about that earthquake that they was talking about tearing through the United States or something like. Yo, it's a lot going on, y'all. I try to not talk about it because I know the more you give energy to certain things, you know, you bring it to the physical. So I try not to talk about it, but y'all just pay attention. There's a lot going on, a lot of distractions, a lot of everything. He said the pole is definitely, yeah, shout out to you, Flush and Static. He said the pole is definitely shifting and it will slow down, then stop, then move the opposite way, which will cause the sun rise from the west, which will be too late to ask God for forgiveness. You know something. You definitely know something. And they don't tell us certain things because of fear mongering. They don't want you to get, shocked. But just know that them poles do shift. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them things shift. And when they do, yeah. Yeah. How do you know it's the end of time? I don't. I really don't, to be honest with you. Twilight Zone predicted this heat wave. I never watched Twilight Zone. Shout out to Twilight Zone. Everybody always said that's a good show. I never got into it though. But yeah, the heat wave. Yeah, like a lot of people don't understand. Like they just think this is natural, right? Especially in New York. You go to New York, 90-degree weather in New York was never natural, but it happens so much now, and they blamed it on global warming or whatever so much that that's what you think it is now. You think it's normal. It was never like that. I remember back in the days growing up when I was out there. You hear if you hear anywhere next to 90, it was like, wow, 90? No way. No way. I'm going to the beach, the pool, or something. It was never like a regular thing for it to be 89, 90, and this. The other day they said it was going up to, I think, 90 and supposed to feel like 101 or something like that. Yeah. Better pay attention. Boy, what's up, bro? Some not rams in the West, goofies. Go get a science degree, then come back to me. Y'all want to be smart. You know what's the crazy part? He said, go get a science book. Here, a science degree. Let me tell you something, right? What you gotta realize, you tell somebody to go get a science degree, you know what that tells me? That tells me that you have no ideas what's going on. Because the only thing you're gonna, what's the word, perpetuate? Nah, I'm not gonna use that word. Regurgitate, that's the word. The only thing you're gonna regurgitate to me is what you learned from that book. You're gonna regurgitate everything they told you. Why would I listen to you when we're talking about the same people that's telling you what to say? We're talking against the same thing that you've learned from the same people we're talking about. So why would, what? The degrees don't mean nothing, man. I mean, it does when you want a job in these people's society, but when you actually just successful, period, it really don't matter what you know. Everybody different. You can't tell a fish how to climb a tree. You can't tell a grizzly bear how to be out there swimming. It's different strokes. I hate when people used to do that, like back in school. See, and that's another. I'm glad you said that, JS, whatever your name is. Stop, not you. I'm just in general. Stop letting people like that, y'all, make y'all feel less of yourselves, right? Especially with them degrees and all. Oh, I got a degree. That don't mean nothing. Some of the most successful people, from Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Ashton Kutcher. There's a couple of them. They tell you, yo, nah, college ain't no. And I don't want to, like I said, man, for the people that are in college, shout out to y'all. Because if you want a certain job, in certain fields, it's like you have to do college. You have to. That's their way of, you have to do X, Y, and Z. But there's many people that's successful without it, right? Many people that's successful without it. Now, if if that's your trade, that's what you want to do, kudos to you. But don't ever try to make somebody feel down for not having a degree or down for not being in the same job, or it don't matter. Success is success, no matter how you got it. Nobody asks you how you got it when you got it. You see what I'm saying? Nobody asks you how you got it when you got it. I go cop that Benz over there. They're not gonna ask me how I got it. They're not gonna ask you got a degree? They don't care, right? I buy that nice house. They don't care. Oh, you went to college? They don't care. We gotta stop. We gotta learn how to stop trying to put each other down. I don't get it. It makes some people feel, more themselves, but it don't matter. Success is success, no matter how you got it. Legally, though. Legally. Now we definitely are. Jacqueline Gonzalez. He said on the Montel Williams show, Sylvia predicted that we were due for a polar shift. We definitely were. There's a certain date that they put out there, but I don't want to fearmonger. But yeah, they know though. Let me tell you, them people, they know. They know that. They know that, and it's natural. It's sad to say, and it's even crazier to say, but it's natural. It's scary as hell when you think about it, to be honest with you, but it's natural. They did bro bogus. Yeah, they did him overly bad. And you know what's the worst part about it is? He predicted it. He really predicted it, which is the sad part. For y'all that don't know who we talking about Rashad Jamal. If you ever watch him in his earlier stages of YouTube, he said exactly what was going to happen to him happened. That's why y'all think certain things I don't be trying to, I tell y'all all the time, we learn from other people's experiences. That's the cheat code of life. If he did something, listen, if somebody did something, right, and you realize that it didn't work for them, or they failed, or this happened when they did that, and I don't want those results, guess what? I'm not going to do that because I watched him go through it. Now, if you could do it way better or different, then, that's what you do. But don't go doing the same mistakes. Like, life is the best teacher. Experience is the best. That's a cheat code. That's why when certain things I be trying not to say on here. Because you know how I get. They start playing with the lives, Next lives get cut off. Pages start going, He said, go upstairs to the basement. Yeah, that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I bugged out with that one. Shout out to you for not even you for catching it. Well, yeah, that was crazy. Same system, same ruler. Facts. He said I go viral everywhere I go, and I ain't right. I'm out on that, y'all. Have fun with your collective 7 brain cells watching this clown with zero understanding of social, biological, or physical sciences. Man, you smoking rocks. Yeah. He said raising prices was the alternative to raising minimum wage because the more something costs, the more in taxes you pay for the item. Yeah, let me tell you, they're never just going to give without taking. Never going to give without taking. Trust me. Give you something with this hand, take it with this hand. When I seen they was raising minimum wage, I said, all right, we already know something is coming next. What happened? Everything went up. You know what's funny? It went up and no explanation. They just say, oh, inflation. What does that even mean? Like, I know what it means, y'all, but I'm just saying, like, why every time we get something, something comes back with it? You see what I'm saying? Crazy. Every time. You people need to leave Chris Brown alone. Yeah, we got, damn, see, look, it's already 3:10. We ain't even getting to Chris Brown or ESTG or Math Hoffa. This is why I want to do the politics stuff later. They sent over 150 billion to Israel, and it only takes 25 billion to end homelessness and hunger. Facts. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. He said, "Did you see Biden eating KFC with the?" But I forgot. That's what I'm saying. It's like they just be playing, man. Them people be playing, and we let them play in our face every time. It's crazy. Sasquatch, what up, bro? Nah, he wasn't saying it to be funny. He was saying it to say it, right? He was just saying it to say it. If you don't vote for me, you're not what? Come on, man. Damn, I'm way back in the what's the name? Because I talked about this a minute ago. Hold on. He said the devil got tricks and treats. His biggest trick was making people believe he don't exist. Samson option enlighten people. That's crazy. I heard about it. Let me see Samson option. I can't put too many videos because I don't want, but let's go, let's see. Let's see, y'all. Alright. What is it, Samson? Oh, I see. I see what he's saying it means. I really don't want to speak on that too much here because, when you start saying the N word and the new. I ain't gonna lie, I know better than to be eating fast food, but I still do sometimes. It is what it is, man. I ain't gonna lie. I know better. I damn sure don't eat no McDonald's though. I haven't ate McDonald's in ages. But yeah. I haven't ate too much fast food in a long time. Last fast food I ate, I think, was Chick-fil-A. Yeah, he said you gotta do a fluoride cleanse. Yeah, not only a fluoride cleanse, you gotta watch stop the toothpaste, all that. It's crazy, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, but you know what? Some people really don't even brush their teeth. They used what's that oil? I forgot what it's called. There's a certain oil they use. To be honest, was it oil? Damn, I forgot the oil. It's oil and there's this mouthwash. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot what it's called. I got some though. It's expensive, but it works. Them things work wonders. You're bugging. Yo, I'm all the way back. All right, hold on. let me just try to go. Hold on. I'm gonna just. Yeah, I can't. I was way far. God damn, I was far as hell. All right, here we go. All right, now we a little more here. He said, Rockefeller changed the global frequency. Yeah, and it's all right. So I'm glad at least somebody knows, right? When it comes to frequency, like, you know, people don't understand like what frequency could do to your body. That's why certain music you listen to, you start feeling violent. You want to do X, Y, and Z. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find. Yeah, what's his name? He spoke on it. Rest in peace to him too. Frequency. Frequency could control you. You could be controlled through frequency. You know, like the frequency they put out there in the world, you could be controlled by it.
What's the point of music? Niggas don't know. It's not always to have fun. Sometimes it's to help people find themselves, because music is frequency programming. What frequency are you being fed? So I was playing with frequency. I was playing with equalizers. I figured out that hertz is to understand the frequency vibration, right? Kilohertz, megahertz. If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, and I can literally, like, if I want you to astral project, right, or if I want you to go to sleep, or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that. These little niggas out here don't give a fuck enough to go.
Frequency. Not only that, that's why when they was putting up them towers for the 5G and all that, and it went over people's heads. Guess what? Your internet ain't go no faster. Your internet ain't go no faster, right? But they sat there and told you, oh no, yeah, it was for 5G to make the internet go faster and all that. Yeah, don't worry about the radiation though. Just worry about your Wi-Fi. And we believed it. Stop playing. Stop letting these people play in your face. The Wi-Fi faster. Since when? Since when? Wi-Fi the same. It just got a new name. It just got a new name. That's it. 5G, 4G. Same, man. Listen. Y'all better pay attention. That's just not correct. What's not correct? You must be paying that $40 a month Wi-Fi. Nah. It's actually, how much? I think it's, I forgot. He said 8G. My internet been glitching this whole life. See what I'm saying? The radiation went up tenfold from 4G. I went to trade school for telecommunications. So now, if it went up for 4G, just imagine 5G. Do y'all hear about the people that live next to some of these towers? The 5G towers. What? Damn, not. Is it the 5G towers? I forgot where. It was a place that was complaining about the radiation in the air where they was at. I forgot where, but yeah. You can use distilled vinegar to clean your teeth. I heard about that before. Never tried it. That's why you in a condo, bro. You know? They got all that state-of-the-art stuff in there. Capping the people for to live in fear. See? Some of y'all be coming up with your own narratives. I definitely don't try to fearmonger nothing. I tell people all the time, do whatever you do to make you happy. Whatever makes you happy in life, don't worry about what anybody have to say. You do what you do. I don't care what it is. It don't matter. Do whatever you want. Don't be scared of nothing. Nothing to be scared about. Fear ain't real anyway. It's all in your mind. See what I'm saying? It's all in your mind. No such thing as fair. Damn, it was some. Who the hell I wanted to? Damn, I just had somebody. Damn, it just made me forget that quick. Let's see. Let's see this. Who is central studies I've been done on? All includes harmless. Exactly. You hear what you said? You said radiation is not always harmful. It depends on the type of radiation. Look it up. It don't only depends on the type of radiation, it depends on the amount of radiation. And like you said, it ain't harmful, but too much of anything will kill you. And especially radiation. Let me tell you what's up. Hey, with that thing that happened with Hiroshima, right? To this day, some of the people that's from there still having effects. Do you know how strong that is? Still having effects. And that was how long ago? Radiation is very serious, man, for real. Shout out to London, UK. They control your thoughts, they control you. Facts. At a Beyonce concert, she had that at one on the big thing. We control your mind or something like that. We control your mind, we control you. Yeah. Yeah, man. I better pay attention. Man, 60 years old and around them every day, not an issue. You know what it is? You think it's not an issue. That's the thing about radiation. It slowly gets to you. You think it's not doing anything to you. Radiation is everywhere in the universe. Facts. Like I said, it's a certain amount that's not good for you. None of it's good for you, to be honest with you, but it's a certain amount that could really affect you. There's a lot of devices giving off radiation from microwaves to cell phones. Yeah, not just microwaves, cell phones, the modem, the thing your Wi-Fi is connected to, that modem, whole bunch of stuff. Some of these smart TV cracks, a whole bunch of stuff, man. Learning about frequencies deeply will put the health services out of business. Of course, when you start realizing you know how to, the remedies and certain things where you don't need them, them fields. Yeah, you understand. Holy Quran or the Moorish science simple. Yep, you know what's going on, sheep. Get out your ass, people, and use science and logic, please. This is why you're making less than 60K. Making less than 60K. Yeah, he talk about it. Yeah, who said that? Big boy. He definitely think he knows something. He thought he just said so. He tried to end on a drop. He tried to drop the mic. Man, if you don't get on, yeah, he definitely thought he was doing something. Pretty soon here we're gonna start using vibrations and frequencies to heal. You know, it's crazy you say that. Who was it recently? I think it was Elon Musk. It was somebody that was speaking about healing and using frequency or something. I can't think right now, yo. What time is this? 3:26. We didn't even get to the. Damn. Yeah, that's what it was. Dual frequency. Somebody was speaking. I forgot. I don't know if it's Elon Musk or who it was. Soon they're gonna clone us. That's been happening. You better watch. They clone Tyrone. Better watch. They clone Tyrone. Elon said he abandoned the Mars mission when he found out about the front. Oh, he said that? Oh, don't tell me that. I gotta go check it out now. I recently said he just went on. Said he just went on. I recently seen he went on there. Is it that way he talked about his son passing away? Yeah. Yeah, so let me see though. My fault, y'all. I knew I should have talked about this. What's the name stuff? Last. Let's all right, let's talk about this real quick. Before this is gonna be the last thing. Because it's already 3:27. Let's talk about ESTG real quick, right? Is Biden deceased? Man. All I'm saying, some fishy. Some fishy. They said he had that thing, that 19. The next thing you know, he drops out. The next thing you know, they say he's in hospice. The next thing you know, 81 million was raised. You know? Listen, vote who you want to vote for. I ain't gonna tell you who not to. All I'm saying is just pay attention. All right, let's talk about his brother. He said what happened to ESTG. His brother got shot and unalived the other day when he performed in his hometown in Kentucky. And y'all know, look, hold on, let me show you. Let me show y'all something. Right? Y'all know once y'all start seeing people with them people, once y'all start seeing people with them people, once y'all start seeing people with them people, hold on. Here you go. Why they keep calling him his manager? I mean, I guess they was his manager. But look, the story was kind of weird. I was supposed to do a video on it. I never got around to it. The story was kind of weird. This is him. I think his name is Big Beach, ESTG Big Beach or something like that. The manager for Yo Gotti CMG Records artist EST. Oh, he was Yo Gotti CMG. Oh. Is dead after a shooting that happened on the hills of the label's homecoming concert, an event where cops anticipated potential violence. ESTG Big Beach. Let me see. Damn, they write so small. What? Louisville police spokesperson. No, right here. They found 31-year-old ESTG Big Beach, real name Devontae Beach, with gunshot wounds inside a vehicle close to where the Sky Dweller rapper performed Saturday night. Keep in mind, he was just by it, right? He would just buy. This was at the little homecoming concert they had. They threw a concert for ESTG. I think it was like some CMG thing. They was going to Kentucky, trying to show love. I think Future was there too. I think he performed that night. I'm not sure. Beach was pronounced deceased on the scene shortly after EMS arrived and police are now searching for suspects. EST, oh yeah, here it says right here. ESTG was home for a summer jam event at the KFC Yum. Center, featuring guest appearances from Gotti, 42 Doug, Lil Baby, Ice With Vezel, and more. But police were leery of danger and put out a PSA ahead of the event. All right. And you know what's crazy? Nobody's like, they're not saying nothing about it neither. Like everywhere you check, let me see. They're not saying how it happened, why. They're just saying his brother got found. His brother, not his brother. Why I keep saying his brother? His manager. He was just found. Nobody know nothing. Nobody heard nothing. No nothing. The 31-year-old's lifeless body was discovered inside a car in downtown Louisville during the wee hours of Sunday morning. Police found Devontae Beach's body after responding to a call of gunshots on the 800 block of West Main Street around 1:30 a.m. That's it. No nothing. No motive. No nothing. It's weird. Yeah, Sheik. Come on, Sheik. All right, hold on. Sorry, Sheik. Oh, it's not even letting me. Sheik, you must got some powers. I can't even put him on timeout. Sheik, you got some powers. You got some powers. Oh, let me see what the hell going on. I'm gonna keep you, man, but just chill, bro. All right, hold on. Yeah, you tripping? Nah, yeah, we just had to get him up out of here. I couldn't put it. Usually, I wouldn't even try to remove him. I tried to put him on timeout. It wasn't even letting me put him on timeout. It wasn't even letting me, so I just had to remove him. My fault, Sheik. Good dude, but you just doing too much. Yeah, y'all. So like I said, back to this. I'm trying to read y'all messages, but he was messing me all the way up. I also noticed more words got blocked. Yeah, certain things you can't say on here, man. That's why I try to keep it, you know. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that ESCG is still in CMG and a part of that whole thing. And you know, their whole affiliation, Rock Nation, it's a lot going on, y'all. But like I said, this was always weird to me because it just happened. Like it literally just happened. Nobody could tell you what happened. It's just he was shot, found in his car. That's it. It's just weird. I got a weird feeling about it too. And it always make me think about, like I said, I seen the picture with him and Jay-Z. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Look. Then was he at the white party? Hold on. See, look, even you say you never heard of it. Yeah, look. But once you start seeing them people with them people, that's all I'm gonna say. What's his name? Michael Rubin. Was he at Michael? I don't think he was there. Could have sworn he was. You start getting them visits that Gilly was talking about, right? You want to get to a certain level. Yeah, I remember. Look, everybody keep forgetting what Nori said. Let's go back to what Nori said. I used to have it pinned up here too. Let me see if I can find it. Here you go.
It's a level of success where it's a door. It's a door. When you platinum and you getting 50,000 a show, I've been there. There's a door that you can walk in. I'm not sure if it's homo or if it's Illuminati. I just didn't take that door. I went straight. What do you mean? Listen. When you get to a level of success, when you get 30, 40, 50,000 a show, you platinum, you running across the world. There's 3 different doors, right? There's 3 different ways to walk. There's to the left, there's to the right, and then there's straight. Straight is your own.
Listen.
Let's see if you continue this success, young man. Let's see if it was all about your skills, young man. Let's really see that. Okay. You went straight. To the right, I'm not sure if that's the homo shit right there. And then there's to the left, I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on right there. I'm not sure because I went straight.
When he say he's not sure, of course he's sure, but he's not going to say it. Because if he wasn't sure, he wouldn't bring it up. He wouldn't know it to bring it up. Nah, Nori definitely solid. But these days, Nori do know that there's certain things he can't talk about because he never talks about this. He don't talk about things like this no more.
Right there. I'm not sure because I went straight.
All right, listen.
But I was offered these doors. It's just you're straight. Some sacrifice shit. I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on right there. I'm not sure because I went straight. But I was offered these doors. It's just you're offered.
Now, the contradiction in his story is crazy. You know why? Because the contradiction, he go from, I'm not sure, but I was offered it. If you was offered it, how you not sure, Nori? Why you playing with us? Why you playing mental game? What they call it? Mental gymnastics. I'm not sure. I mean, I was offered it, but I'm not sure. Well, if you was offered, how you not sure? He scolded Kanye West. Yeah, he definitely did. You know, it's funny. They took his interview down. Kanye's interview not up no more. His interview not up there no more. Hold on. Yeah, he gave himself up. He's you know when somebody tell you something without telling you something, he do what I do pretty much. It's like we could say it but not trying to say it. It's like we want to say it but can't say it. You see what I'm saying? Hold on. Just look. Listen to what he just said. Look.
I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on right there.
I'm not sure, but what?
Sure, because I went straight.
But what happened?
But I was offered these doors.
Okay. I don't know, but I ain't pointing no elbows. Hold on, how they do it? I ain't pointing no elbows. Y'all remember that in school? I ain't pointing no elbows, but hold on. Kanye drink champs. Yeah, see? This one right here. This one they took down. This one is up, right? Revolt. This one is up. But this one, when he was talking about, you know, Meek and Diddy, and that one's down. They put it back up. See? Look how these people work. See how they work? They put it back up 2 months ago. They took it down before, but they put it back up 2 months ago. They just put it back up. See? Drink champs, 2 months. They been took it down. But for some reason, they put it back up. So, but I'm sure they edited a lot of stuff out. That's why they put it back up. Let's be real. It's definitely missing a lot. See? Yeah, I'm sure. See? Ain't nobody stupid. They definitely probably, edited. Them people good, boy. I tell y'all all the time, them people good, boy. They good at what they do. 3.4 hours, 5 hours. Who can really tell? Facts. That's how they think about it. It's three some hours. They ain't gonna remember. Let's take this out. Let's take all the stuff out. They ain't gonna remember. Let's see. See how this one 2 years ago? See? It's on the revolt now. But yeah, some certain people already seen it. We already seen when it first came out, when it first dropped. Then it was controversial, so I guess they took it down. That's what happened. But look, let me while we still on the ESTG thing, right? Let me show y'all something. Satin says, sorry. Let's see if I can still find it. I had a hard time finding it the last time.
Design, develop, scale.
Shout out to Tasha K. Shout out to Satin Says too. Did you talk about why Chris is being sued? Now we're gonna get to that. Like I said, we was talking about Trump and the whole bull crap for the longest. We were talking about it for the longest. I should have made that last.
Situation of someone coming to you and they say, "Hey, I want to manifest money." Where have happened without you? Like, it's just bought $1 million house. Okay, I don't know. Sources, have business like, so they come to me. That's just what I do. So it's a lot that, honestly, I think it's usually the limit that you put on it. My biggest NBA stuff, fly me out. See you do it. What's the most? Available to consume. They're not giving me $5K for, but you have a great personality show. Witches of the South, I like that. I'm coming to go on me.
My fault. I'm trying to find the part when she was talking about how, the Sakura, that stuff, how it's real and celebrities and how people act like it's not a thing when it really is. And it's really just in our face, but nobody's paying attention to what's going on.
Talk about this, but people, and I said this. What was I talking about? I was like, Halle Bailey, right? The artist. And you know what? People talk, because it was like the way it happened. I was like, this is not.
Oh, so this is when they was talking about Takeoff. They were talking about Takeoff and what happened with his whole situation with Quavo and Jay Prince. They were saying how it's crazy how that whole thing happened to Takeoff, but yet, we still see them friends. They all just living their best life. Look, like Takeoff ain't lose his life. Oh, shout out to Tasha K.
There's no way. Yeah. We're not stupid now.
Listen.
The way that they're doing it now is just so lazy. They're just so, it's very obvious to connect the dots.
That's what I be trying to tell people. It's like some of us get it, some of us don't. But it's obvious what's going on. Hold on.
All right, it's an ad. I'm not going to...
Around them, still in contact with the people that were responsible for it. They be sacrificing family. They be doing a whole thing.
Listen. Oh, here you go.
One name came to mind when you said that. Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez.
Pay attention.
Saying nothing. So there are humiliation rituals. Yes. Okay. And sometimes they don't even get in. So a lot of these stars, a lot of these celebrities that want to get to, the higher level, the A-list or whatever, they come to them to get in. And they're like, I don't want you. They pick and choose. Whoever could be the better puppet is who can get in. And yes, they be sacrificing family. They be doing the whole thing.
You hear that?
Absolutely.
You hear that?
But this is not there was a particular rapper that died some time ago.
Takeoff.
And it's been heavy on my heart. Okay. That it was a sacrifice the way it was done. Okay. Because this person was just so innocent. Oh, I know what you're talking about. And then I see,
Listen.
a person that was around them still in contact with the people that were responsible for it. That shit sent
Texas
chills
boys.
through me, and I was just like, and then the fact that, you know, that person is not cooperative. I don't feel like they've been cooperative with the police, and they didn't say anything. You know, when everything went down, it was sort of like they just popped back up and had champagne bottles, and 3 months later, yeah.
See, I didn't follow like too much of it, but yeah, that was a very sad situation.
I don't think anybody should.
I don't know.
No, I don't think he did it.
Someone close.
Someone close.
Gotcha.
I don't think he did it, but somebody close did it.
Yeah, it would make sense though.
Because it was like the way it happened. I was
Listen
like,
to
this
what
is
she
not
said. Pay attention.
normal.
There's no way. Yeah. We not stupid.
Hold on, my fault. I had to what's the name?
Because it was like the way it happened. I was like, this is not normal.
There's no way. Yeah. We not stupid now. Like the way that they're doing it now is just so lazy. They're just so like it's very obvious to connect the dots.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to be slow not to see what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and you know what? People talk about this like
I say that all the time, right? For y'all that be here all the time, what do I tell y'all? You just gotta be lost if you don't see it. Cause remember back in the days, people used to be like, stay woke. I don't ever say stay woke no more. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it's all in your face. You just gotta pay attention. That's why if you see us, and that's another thing. If you following us on Instagram at Hookah Anonymous _, y'all know exactly why I say what I say. I say pay attention. Hashtag pay attention. Hashtag if you know, you know. Cause it's right in your face. You ain't even gotta look no more. You don't gotta see. You ain't gotta try to keep your eyes open. Remember back in the days, they used to be like, yo, stay woke. You ain't gotta stay woke. It's in your face. They not even trying to hide it no more. That's how bold they getting with it. That's how bold they getting.
Like, but if people and I said this. What was I talking about? I was like, you know, Halle Bailey, right?
Yeah, but yeah, Brain Play is right there. You don't have to stay woke. None of that stuff no more. Pay attention. That's it. Pay attention. It's right there. So that's why, like I said, when you see people suddenly lose their life out of nowhere, and you like, yo, how did this happen? And you lost. I'm telling you. Whether they tell you or not, it's right there. It's getting too out. Yeah, let me tell you, the ESTG situation, shout out to him because I like his music. But, you know, it just is what it is. His manager, nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows what happened, which is crazy. Oh, he was found in his car. And you starting to realize that's becoming a new norm these days. They're being found in a car just randomly, and you know, just random things happen. These guys go their whole life ducking and dodging their ops, getting away until they make it in the music industry. That's the crazy part. How is it that they live, even when they in the hood, they're able to dodge, dip, and dive all this bull crap until they actually get into the industry? It says a lot. Exactly. Who said that? Big Boy Back 23. People don't understand the law of karma. As long as they tell you that they're going to do something before they do it, there's no bad karma for it. That's why they do it. But they do it in symbols. You got to do it in symbols. So you don't know. But if you pay attention, like I always said, it's there. Switching the flip phone. I'm done feeding the fire. He said I'm switching the flip phone. And then it's crazy because too, he was just on $1 million worth of game. They've been saying a lot of stuff too recently. Like Wallow, like a lot of people look at Wallow when he say certain things. You know, they think he's playing, but pay attention to what he said. The one that I still don't understand why people look. Where's that one at? Let me see. Where's the TikTok? The one I still don't get why people never ask, or what people never ask them about, or whatever.
Proof dimensions are starting to
Come on. The hold on, my fault, y'all. I know I'm talking this in riddles. Right? Why nobody ask him about this?
Did you ever get a visitor? During your time in Hollywood, did somebody ever come visit you and have a conversation with you?
That's the cover up laugh. See the little laughs?
The tax man. No, I asked Desi this, because a lot of people don't.
Oh, I'm glad. Hold on, let me show y'all. I forgot. That's crazy. I'm glad this pulled up. Hold on. Cause first of all, look how fake that laugh is. Look how that's the nervous laugh. Y'all remember, right? He asked D. Ray Davis this. Yo, you know what's funny? If y'all pay attention, I don't know if Wallow doing this on purpose. But everybody that comes up there, he asks him this question. Right? And I love their response. I love their response. Because their response always tell you everything you need to know. And Gilly always react the same way. I'm going to play this one first, then I'm going to play the Desi Banks one. This is D. Ray Davis for y'all that don't know. Pay attention.
Did you ever get a visitor? During your time in Hollywood, did somebody ever come visit you and have a conversation with you?
Come on, dog. It wasn't that bro. Hey, was it that funny, y'all? Let me look at Gilly. Look at Gilly. Was it that funny? You see what I'm saying? Gilly, was it this funny, dog? Alright. My fault, y'all.
During your time in Hollywood, did somebody ever come visit you and have a conversation with
you? Hold on. Was it this funny, y'all? When you heard the question, was it this funny? The only way it could be this funny, right, is if you know exactly what he's talking about, but you're shocked that he asked you. Right? But you're shocked he's asking you. So the only thing you can do is laugh. Watch him.
The tax man.
Hold on. Now, I hope they go to Gilly, because you know what's funny? Gilly, while they all laughing and trying to act like what he's saying is just bullcrap, he always got the straight face. See what I'm saying? I told you. He not playing. Look. Hold on. He not playing. Gilly over there. Gilly do this every time. Gilly always try to act like it's overly funny.
The tax man. No, I asked Desi this, because a lot of people don't.
Look at his face. First of all, you know when you light skin, you can always tell when you nervous. Look.
Because a lot of people don't.
Look at his face. He red as hell. Look at his face. Watch his face when he ace. Look. Look at his face. He know what's going on. Oh. Look, Gilly always trying to over talk him too. Whenever he do this, Gilly always trying to over talk. Look at him though. Look, he getting frustrated too. Gilly trying to over talk me. Look at his face.
Hey, check this out.
You see how serious Wallow be? Wallow be serious as hell. Look, what's so funny? He regular. He ain't playing. That wasn't no damn laugh. Why he playing? And do y'all peep Gilly? If y'all peep what Gilly doing, right? Watch this. See that? Oh, hold on.
Hey, listen, all right, now I quit. Now I gotta let all this test I got. Check it out.
Watch this.
If this all this test I got,
Look.
I quit. Hey, listen, all right, now I quit. Now I gotta let this all this test.
He said, now I got a good question. Look.
Can I ask you another question? Yes, please.
He's serious as hell.
It's how he said it. Did you get a visitor?
They trying to make fun of it.
Is the Illuminati a scapegoat for black failure? Holy shit.
Look, you hear him? Why he can't just answer these questions? Look how his face. He light skinned as hell, so you could tell. Look at his face.
Scapegoat for black failure.
Hold on.
We both look like the fuck he talking about. Is the Illuminati a scapegoat for black failure?
Look at him. He like, why the hell he asking me these questions? I should have never came on this damn show. Holy sh... Why he acting like that? Look at his face. Holy sh... Well, listen, here's my thing. What's so crazy about these questions if it don't exist? Right? If they don't exist so much, why they respond like this to these questions? If none of this exists, why do they respond the way they do to these questions? And if you realize, they all respond the same way. Nervous.
Shit. I could break that down. I'm not break it down, but I can see what you're saying. Understand the question I'm asking? I know exactly what you're saying. People say the reason I can't, we just talked about gatekeeping, the reason I can't get here is because of Illuminati stopped me. The reason I can't get there because of Illuminati stopped me. And the reason you made it because they just got a visitor. This gave me the ill because you got a visitor. I'm just ill, bro.
Look, don't want to look. Pay attention. Body language. Body language is everything.
They just got a visitor. This gave me the ill because you got a visitor. I'm just ill, bro. Not the Illuminati. I'm just ill. That's it. That's how I got it. I don't even know.
They be playing, but Wallow be dead serious. While they be playing, Wallow be dead serious. People he about to say too.
I'm just ill. That's it. That's how I got it. I don't even know what that. I have no idea what that is.
Why they always do that? Why they always do that? I don't even know what that is. Shut up. Shut up, man. You know what that is? Programming. You know why? Because it's, once again, I've explained this in the last live. When you talk too much, when you see everybody else that talked too much before you, when you see what happened to them, you know what that does? That creates this effect. I don't even want to talk about it. Right? I don't even want to talk about it. What Kat said. Kat said they all have one thing in common. They all act like it didn't happen. And this how you know he lying. He said he never even heard about it. Why you playing? You was better off saying, yo, nah, I never heard about it. Why you playing, bro? Why you playing? Why Wallow doesn't have at least a mustache? Yeah, I don't know what Wallow still think he's serving like 20-something years, shaving everything off. I don't know what's up with Wallow. But, you know, Wallow always be... Let me tell you, Wallow asks some questions. And I like when he do it because they reaction tells us all we need to know. Look. And he be so serious. While Gilly's sitting there playing around, laughing, fake laughing, like everything is funny, like it's just this funny. He be always having that face right there. Well, not that one. Not that one, but you know. For sure.
One more question. But I do want to know because it's
look, is it that funny? Look. Is it that funny, y'all? For something not to exist, this is sure funny. I ain't gonna lie. This is for something that don't exist and something he don't know about. This is funny as hell. That emoji is crazy, big boy. Pause. Yeah, Gilly always scared with the fake laugh. Look.
But I do want to know because it's
look at that.
And it should be written into a movie for real. Oh shit, man.
What was the last question?
No.
How they stop laughing how they stop laughing like that? If it's so funny, how they stop laughing like that? These people are crazy.
I want to know this. It's not the.
Look, he don't want him to answer the question. I want to know this. He don't want him to answer not one question, Bucko. He asking too much weird questions. Oh Lord.
It's not the embarrass myself as far as financially. I'm gonna kids keep what the bitch is like. I'm just asking you that because and I want to see this. What they act.
See? He keep trying to go off topic. Wallow ain't here for all that. Wallow ain't here for it. Wallow really trying to stay on the topic. Watch this. He trying to move past it. He ain't with it. He is not with it.
What they like, because whatever that is, that's what it is. I got it. If they came, the bitch like visitors. Because I'm gonna say this. All right.
Look at them laughing so hard. They laughing so damn hard. Now this is the Desi Banks one.
I can't say too much, but I'm gonna say.
There you go.
Has it ever been a time where you're still? Have you ever got a visitor? A visitor, like somebody come to your house.
Now to be honest with you, I think at this point Desi was a little, he was a little green on it. Maybe he know it. Maybe he just really didn't get that. But D-Ray is not about to sit there and tell me that he don't know about it. I'm sorry. D-Ray been around for too long. D-Ray been doing movies since I was a kid. You see what I'm saying? D-Ray been doing movies for a long time. D-Ray know exactly what's going on.
A visitor, like somebody come to your house. How can I explain this? When you're getting to certain levels and you're growing up, somebody come see you. And want to come talk to you? Somebody come and see you and to help you go to the next level. A lot of people.
Why? That's the thing. Why nobody asks why? I wish, you know what? It's only certain people. I told y'all we don't do interviews. There's only certain people I will actually interview. I will actually interview him because I would like to ask him, how do he know? Right? If Desi was smart, if D-Ray was smart, because instead of sitting there laughing and fake laughing, you know what D-Ray should have did to kind of like counter reverse it? I would have said, how do you know about it? Right? That's a ill switch. Because clearly he knows. If he's asking, he knows. So I asked him, yo, how do you know about the visitors? They came to visit you? Who came to visit? Why they came to visit? Right?
A lot of people, you know how you might see somebody that's not that talented.
You hear that cough? You hear that? Look at his face.
Or not that funny, whatever. And all of a sudden they be all the way up here and you trying to figure out how that happened. Now I'm going to rephrase this question. Have anybody came to visit?
Nah. Hell nah.
Gilly, what's so funny, Gilly? Gilly, what's so damn funny, Gilly? Look at this. Not a near nothing that man said was this funny.
I don't think they going to try to do that. I'm just saying.
Hell nah.
I can't say too much. But
Yeah. Now let's see the other one. Oh my God. He said Gilly fried rice. Oh, here you go.
You gonna sacrifice? It's your cousin, ain't it? No, he coming back out. It ain't like that, man. He got a visitor. This shit is real, man. I don't know.
See? Well, at least he admitted. He said it's real. Right? They know about it. T2, my boy, what's up, man? Shout out to my boy T2. But look.
You gonna sacrifice? It's your cousin, ain't it? No, he coming back out. It ain't like that, man.
Why he never smiling? You see what I'm saying? Gilly never smiling. Peep what he say too.
It's real, man.
I don't know. And I never got no vision.
No, in the way. Listen, they say
shit ain't real, man.
You think?
I don't think it's real. Look how you here.
Pete, did you peep that just now? You peeped that just now. It ain't. Peep that look. Hold on.
Shit ain't real, man.
You think?
I don't think it's real. Look how you here.
How you know? What have you seen to where you feel like it?
So Drewski did ask a good question. All right. Peep the hair, though. What I tell y'all about the hair? Y'all know about the hair already. Y'all know about the hair already. But shout out to him, because he actually asked the question I was just talking about.
May be real. Other than all of the conspiracy YouTube.
Hear that? Because that's the first thing they say, right? The conspiracy YouTube. These people are funny.
Bullshit videos. Right. You know, everybody make those.
The BS videos, because everybody make those.
Right. Other than that, what have you seen that can prove that any of that real?
Right.
Truthfully.
You know, I heard about them visitors that come.
From the source?
I can't see that.
See? They could never speak on it. They could never speak on it. And as much as he's asking other people, first of all, shout out to Drewski, because that was a good question. That was a good question.
But it was some visitors.
I'm saying you don't have to say the person's name, but you have heard from a source.
Somebody told me and Gil about a party one time.
Sheesh.
And you ratting on me. Nobody tell me about.
You hear that? Don't be ratting on me. Nobody told me. See, these guys telling themselves, don't be ratting on me. Nobody told me nothing. That sound like a good house what? A good house what? I ain't gonna say it. Hey, man. These people are crazy.
Nobody never told us about the party. You're snitching, man.
You snitching. But just a few minutes ago, he didn't know about it, right? Just a few minutes ago, it wasn't real. How is he snitching if it's not real? What is he snitching on?
Hold up.
Tell me. I want to hear this.
Somebody don't want to hear this. I ain't even gonna say nothing then.
No.
You peep? Like I told y'all, Gilly always a laughing one. They always laughing. Wallow ain't laughing. Wallow ain't playing. Rollo ain't playing.
Go ahead. I am curious though. I really am.
P-body language. P-body language. Right? P-body language. P-body language.
Somebody curious. Somebody.
No, I really am curious, man.
Somebody curious.
Yeah, he keep trying to laugh. You're ratting, man. You're ratting.
Somebody told me and Gil about a party. Yeah. And we didn't believe this person. And he showed us a video of some shit we never thought we'd see from somebody in the culture that's strong. That's all I'm going to say. And
Now, at least Gilly, see, now shout out to Gilly. Because at least Gilly, I said Gilly, my fault, Wallow. Shout out to Wallow. Because at least he man enough to be like, yo, listen, I ain't going to say too much, but I'm going to say somebody did X, Y, and Z in X, Y, and Z. I can respect that. Rather than you lying and saying, yo, nah, I never heard of it. I never seen it. It don't exist. Oh, yeah, 100 million definitely come with a price. You ain't getting that type of, listen.
And that's when we knew.
How the hell did he have the video?
Because
that nigga was there too.
He was
there to recruit you, and this is the
no. It was his connection. I didn't know.
Oh, wow. Wow. Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all just catch that? Oh, that was big. Pause. How come I never seen this? When this came out? 227? That's crazy. Wow. Peep his face. Peep his face too. He said that's Gil Peoples. I don't know too much. And then what happened with man? Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Now, hold up. This is crazy. Hold up real quick. Gilly's son passed away. Gilly's son. Damn, he passed away in July of 2023? Damn, time is flying. But wait, yo, did y'all hear what he just said? All right, hold on. Oh, hold on, peep, y'all. So peep. All right, so like I said, shout out to Drewski, because without him, we wouldn't even heard this. What happened was he asked him, right? In the beginning, he said, yo, how do you know about these people? And I literally just said somebody should have asked him, how does he know about these people? And Drewski asked. Peep the whole play. Y'all pay attention. Listen, just listen.
And somebody in the culture that's strong. That's all I'm gonna say. And
let me go all the way back for y'all.
That, but it was some visitors.
I'm saying you don't have to say the person's name, but you have heard truthfully, that any of that other than they can do bullshit.
Now pay attention to the whole thing. Just pay attention to the whole dialogue, please.
Other than all of the conspiracy YouTube bullshit videos, right. You know everybody make those. Right. Other than that, what have you seen that can prove that that any of that real? Right. Truthfully.
I heard about them visitors that come.
From the source?
I can't say that. It was some visitors.
I'm saying you don't have to say the person's name, but you have heard from a source.
Somebody told me and Gil about a party one time.
Sheesh.
Notice he said me and Gil. All right?
And you ratting on me and nobody tell me about nothing.
Don't rat on me. Nobody told me about nothing.
Nobody never told us about the party. You're snitching, man.
You're snitching, man. You're snitching.
Hold up.
Tell me. I want to hear this.
Somebody don't want to hear this. I ain't even gonna say nothing then.
No. Go ahead. I am curious though. I really am.
Peep body language. Peep what he's saying.
Yes, man. Somebody told me and Gil about a party. Yeah. And we didn't believe this person. And he showed us a video of some shit we never thought we'd see from somebody in the culture that's strong. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's when we knew.
How the hell did he have the video?
Because
that nigga was there too.
He was
there to recruit you. And this is the
no,
it was
his connection. I didn't know.
You hear that? You hear that? That's his connection. And people, Drewski said, so for Drewski to sit there and act like he don't know that any of this exists, right? He just gave you the whole play, right? Because if you didn't know it exists and you don't know the process of it, you wouldn't say something like this, right?
He was there to recruit you, and this is the
no, it was his connection. I didn't know.
It was his homie.
He didn't get jumped in.
Don't he look like somebody kid that just got caught like look at this. You ever told your kid to tell you the truth and they look at you like this? No, it wasn't me. No. Ain't no way. And one thing I can say about Wallow gonna tell you he gonna tell you. If you peep what he said, that wasn't me. That's Gil people. Right? And then what happened to Gil? That's Gil connection. That's Gil people. What happened with Gil? So they just get compromising info videos on people so they could blackmail, control. Bingo. Why you think they want Diddy so bad? Drewski look like a sellout. Yeah, of course. Look at his hair. Hey, y'all know once they start getting them the blonde hair, come on, y'all. Y'all should know that. That's the first thing. But I never seen this. This is crazy. I never seen this. I'm glad y'all put me on to this. Cause he said everything. Look, hold on, let's run it back.
Never thought we'd see from somebody in the culture that's strong. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's when we knew.
How the hell did he have the video?
Because
that nigga was.
Nah. When I say look at his hair, nah, I don't mean like that. I'm talking about. Nah, we're not talking about. He said you talking about bald hair. How you got bald hair? That's the first. How you got bald hair? weak. The bald hair. Nah, Juan, shout out to you, man. That was different. He said, what about the bald hair? How you bald with hair? Nah, I ain't talking about the bald hair, man. Oh, nah, that got it. That got it. He said, you talking about the bald hair? He was dead ass serious. Yo, you ever see somebody say something so confident, so stupid? Oh, nah, that was real tears. Oh, something wrong with y'all. Oh, man, that was funny. He said it serious as hell. Who you talking about, bald head? Oh, nah, we ain't talking about the bald head. Nah, so listen, y'all. When I say the hair, we don't care what type of hair he got. We talking about, what's his name? Drewski. And this, when y'all see the blonde hair, when y'all see the celebrities with these blonde hair, most of them be having the blonde dreads, the blonde. Y'all know, y'all should know. Y'all know exactly what's going on, all right? It's like initiation. It's other reasons for it, but you just go down that rabbit hole. Just know when they got that blonde hair. What a coincidence that almost all of them that, in a certain type of space, they got the blonde hair. Women, males. Would you ever do what they doing? Nope. Nope. Nope.
He had a video.
Because
That nigga was there too.
He was in the
was
party.
there to recruit you, and this is the
No,
it was
his connection. I didn't know.
it was his homie.
He didn't get jumped in.
I got a question. What was so funny about that too?
But tell me.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Look, he's trying to keep laughing because Gil about to keep going. Let me see what he got to say.
When he showed us the joint,
He sacrificed to you.
he was like, Gil, you remember that? He said, Gil, you remember that night?
Uh-oh.
And in the back, I see Gil walking by.
Oh man.
All right, now he probably trying to be funny. But then again, maybe not. Right? Maybe not. Because y'all know Gil be doing that funny thing. It's almost, Gil be putting on, Gil, Wallow. I keep saying Gil. Wallow do the FYBJ, man, where they could say things and everybody laugh because they don't know whether it's true or not. So you could say certain things because they don't know whether it's true or not. Right? It's like a joke. The joke. I say serious things in a joking manner, but I told you. You see what I'm saying? I like that karma retribution. Yeah, it's one of those. So he's saying it, but he's trying to play around. You get what I'm saying? Damn, it was something I was about to say. That's crazy. I just lost my train of thought just now. Damn, what was I about to say?
Oh man.
Yeah, he's trying to play around, but y'all get the gist. Y'all know exactly what he's trying to say. But yeah, Gilly nervous as hell. And if y'all remember, y'all gotta remember too, because I see somebody say Gilly Muslim and all that, right? Do y'all remember when he put up that post that him and Wallow stand for Israel? And then once he got, I shouldn't even, damn. Anyway, he stand with them. And then once he got all that backlash in the comments, he deleted it. Y'all remember that post he put up?
I said, wow. Because I seen a picture with him and
R. Kelly.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of it. You gonna sacrifice this?
Yeah, see, they playing around, but you ain't see that post? I got it on. See, but it's too far down. But if you want, go on our Instagram account at Hookah Anonymous _, and it's on there. Matter of fact, y'all know who gonna have it. Reddit. Reddit definitely gotta have it. Yeah, Reddit definitely gonna have it. Hold on. Gilly. Hold on. I know Reddit definitely gotta have it. Damn. Like I said, it's on our it's on the Instagram. But you just gonna have to go deep as hell looking for it. Hold on, let me see. Y'all know they always trying to wipe stuff out. Y'all know I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh look, see look. We found somebody that got it up. See? Yeah, it's a hub for free thinkers.
And then quickly deletes it. Let's talk about nothing.
Here you go. Right here. You see this? You see this buffoonery? That's how they say it, right? Buffoonery. Look at this. This was Gilly. This is Gilly. He erased it. This is what he had to say. Y'all see this here? I don't even want to put that because y'all know certain things come with certain consequences. But yeah, on October 7, 2023 is one of the days that you have faced. Instead of celebrating holiday of came on the master tap. Right here. This is the only part y'all need to see. We stand with who? In the what? All right. And what's Gilly? What is he? All right. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna mind my business, man. I'm gonna mind who Dave P. This is what I be trying to tell you. These people, damn, listen. You sign that deal. Anyway, what y'all want to see, the Kevin Hart one? Dave Portnoy. Oh, I gotta do my homework. Who is that? Yeah, he don't know nothing about it. Talk about he stand. But y'all gotta remember, this is what I always try to say. There's a certain narrative going around, in that space. When there's a certain amount of them that got the same agenda. It's a reason. They get that call come down, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. All right, no problem. Common sense, like you just look. Just look. How in the world is this man an M, and y'all know by M, I mean Muzz, how is he that and talking about we stand with, does that even make sense? Right? Does that even make sense? Y'all better pay attention. Where's... He said, bro, go to sleep. Brian Lee, how you come here to tell me go to sleep? That's crazy. You came here to tell me go to sleep. The irony. Yeah, you can't even make that make sense. I'm trying to. There's no way you Muzz talking about you stand with. It don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. Let me see. What's the other guy's name? Oh nah, I think that was that the video that did it? No. Dave Portnoy. All right, I gotta do my homework on him. If you say he the owner of Barstools, now it makes sense. Yeah, Kevin Hart. I'm trying to figure who it was, who he was with when he told the girl be quiet. You know what's crazy too? Cause do y'all remember when he was with Jay-Z and he was talking too much and Jay had to tell him like, yeah. Let me see. Y'all remember that? There you go.
Yeah, he never had access to that sort of information. I call it the room with the door behind it. You never get to that door. We always got through the first door, and we were so excited about being in that room that we never looked at the next door, right? I'm gonna stop right here. We're back. Still talking to Jay-Z. There's a moment in time.
Oh, they cut it out. They cut it out. Wow. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Damn, boy, they good. But yeah, he was talking about the doors. Then he said something else. And then Jay kind of gave him that look. Y'all remember that? Oh, they cut it out. Yo, they are getting good, boy. Damn.
If we made, if we created a $1 billion company, you create a $7 billion. We're giving you the infrastructure that we know works, but we're embedding it into you at a young age. So
Yeah, and everybody keeps talking about that door.
that it works earlier for you, and that you can succeed and surpass what we've done. Yeah, because they're building off. Had you had someone at 26 on the content you want to take ahead, it's been given to people privy to it. Yeah, you never had access. The door with the door behind it. With the door with the information. I call it the room with the door behind it. You never get to that door. We always got through the first door, and we were so excited about being in that room that we never looked at the next door, right? If we made...
Oh, they don't. They just got him talking about the door. Yeah. I don't know. They keep talking about the doors. But he said something else. The party that visitor invites you to, there are 3 doors. Yeah, you heard it. What's the name said it too? Nah, it wasn't Jessica Simpson. What's the other girl name? The other girl that used to sing back in the days. I think her name started with a K. What's her name? Kelly Clarkson. That's who it was. I knew it now.
So I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And you've been off, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
Yeah, I don't want to. That was my way of cheating.
See? It's all fun, like it's funny to them, but they know what they're doing.
Like it's open dialogue.
Yeah, you want me to keep talking about it?
By all means, we can talk about anything, but
don't do it.
Yeah, just.
We could talk about anything, but don't. All right.
So I'm sure we've all seen that clip.
Whoa. Where'd she come from? Where she came from? This googly. Crazy. I ain't even peep. came out of nowhere, right? A little googly. Oh, she said, so where the hell you came from?
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Amadai Shakur. So a lot of comedians that had said
About. They tell you that themselves.
Cat Williams was recently a part of one of the most controversial interviews of the year when he was not hold back numb as he exposed film.
That's all that Hollywood is. Just act like it didn't happen.
Oh, there you go. Remember we said that? Then y'all remember when Kevin Hart talked about why he wore the dress? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, right? When so when Dave Chappelle first came, Dave Chappelle, wow. I was reading the comment. He said that's why Dave Chappelle quit for a while. But when Kevin Hart first came to the game, he said, yo, I ain't gonna never, nope, I wouldn't do it as a man, as a black man. We shouldn't do this because, you know, everybody in Hollywood. And then guess what happened? Let me show y'all what happened. Let me show y'all what happened. This what happened. Ain't no way in hell, boy. Ain't no way in hell. Yeah. Yeah, he said I had boundaries. Then remember after he wore this, he did this, there was another guy that asked him, so why did you do it? He answered the question by saying a whole lot of nothing. He said a whole lot of nothing by answering the question. He did wear a dress. Oh, no, he did. But he just claimed that in the beginning, if y'all remember, when he first came in the game, like, oh, I ain't doing that. I got boundaries. Let me see if I can find it. Like I said, I don't want them sending a whole bunch of copyright. They might. It is what it is. Yeah, when they asked him about it, he said a whole. You know when somebody say too much and try to make you, they try to make points in other areas. That's what liars do. Liars, they're good at deflecting from the original answer, and they make points in other answers, and they try to make it seem like they made a point in the original question you asked them when all they did was just circumnavigate somewhere else. They good at that, you know, liars and thieves. Kevin Hart. Oh. Yeah, let me remember this the old one. This the one we know. I ain't gonna tell you about who cloned Tyrone. That's a whole nother story.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that, you know, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts? And is that something that, you know, you wouldn't do, you know, for...
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have...
Keep in mind, this was early in his career. You see how he looked, you know. I'm gonna get into how he looked too, but anyway, you see how he looked. This was earlier.
You have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. You know, for me, I know what they are. They've yet to been challenged. So, you know, I've got to know that you're a brand. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand, your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So, you know, protecting my brand is definitely a priority.
Now, you know, nobody. A matter of fact, I'm lying. They did ask him, right? But what is it in that industry, right? This is what we need to be asking. What is it in that industry that make people talk how they was talking when they first got there, and then they go back on everything? You can't tell me from listening to what he said, you can't tell me that he was going to get into that dress. You can't tell me that it was his idea to get into that dress. You can't tell me that he wasn't forced to be in that dress. Oh, nah, Vin Rames did more than sell out. Vin Rames went the whole 9 yards and back. That man too big to be acting the way he was acting. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's go to his excuse. Let me see if I can find his excuse. Let him live. Sheesh. Yeah, and look, yo, let me tell y'all something, right? I'm gonna get into that guy, that famous comedian that passed away. When he spoke about people that the celebs you see that pass away, right? He said they all got something in common. Think about what they spoke about. Think about the things they advocated for that don't seem to be of the industry. See what I'm saying? Look at the end result for all of them that tell you things like don't put that on, don't do that, don't do X, Y, and Z. Look at the end result. Why they don't last? That's what you need to ask yourself. Why they don't last? Why only the certain people that seem to be, with X, Y, and Z, why they all seem to last? Y'all remember that other what's the other guy? What's the other guy name? Y'all some weird haters here. Don't worry, Kenny, I got you. Hold on. Oh, nobody can get put on timeout today? Damn. Alright, I ain't gonna remove you. You ain't that annoying. You just a Shakur. That's cool. But anyway, you gotta ask yourself, why they don't last? Prince was we spoke about this the last live. Prince was another one that was trying to wake everybody up and tell people what's going on. Telling everybody, yo, listen, what y'all doing? Wake up. They using us. Yo, he was telling people, listen, I'm not doing no deals with you, but if you don't own your masters. He didn't want to do no songs with nobody. Nas wanted to do a song with him. He said, I'm not doing a song with you. You don't own your masters. Yeah, Shakur's was definitely heavy tonight. I ain't gonna lie. It started with the whole politics stuff. They was heavy. But yeah. It's DMX, DMX, everybody that speaks against just look. Prodigy. You got Prodigy, Prince, Michael Jackson. What was all these people telling you before they passed away? Shout out to what's that guy name? And Pimp C too. Shout out to Pimp C. But what's that guy name? Damn. Y'all remember the movie Next Friday, The Father? Day Father? It's crazy. Y'all can hear me? It's saying the live is reconnecting and stuff. Y'all can hear me? Can y'all not? Alright, you can hear. Alright. It keeps saying reconnecting. Yeah, B.O.B. too, but B.O.B. not deceased. He's not on the live. He said I reconnected you. But yeah. So these are like I said, these are the people, man, that them telling the truth came with a price. The guy from my fault. He did the Art of Dialogue. He was Day Pops in Friday After Next. He said, yo, they tried to put me in a dress. I wasn't wearing no dress. I wasn't wearing. Let me see if I can find it. Shout out to TK Kirkland. I actually got to, before he became who he is, because he's big on the internet now. He had a show. I went to a show. This man is actually funny. Like, he's funny in real life. Shout out to him. This was like in 2000. Damn. I want to say 13 or 14. I went to go see him live. He's definitely funny as hell. And I like him because whenever he speaks, he tries to encourage people to be men. He always talk about being a man and standing on business and stuff like that. Good guy, good dude. Hold on. Friday after next. Here you go, him. Shout out to Art of Dialogue, because this is actually his video.
Yeah, I seen an interview where you.
Oh no, I'm lying. My fault, y'all. It's Comedy Hype. That's his name. His name is Comedy Hype.
Particular quote: "If I can make a living without selling my soul," he said in 2016 in an interview with the journalist Kat Harvey. That's pretty big in terms of the conversation about selling your soul in Hollywood. Have you kind of witnessed things that you've seen others tend to lose themselves in this game?
I know some people now who would do anything to be famous. I know some people that are in the game that are moderately famous that would do anything to take it up another level. I know some people.
You hear that? Some people that's moderately famous that'll do anything to get to the next level. He said, "Damn, it's 3 a.m. where I'm at. You still live?" Yeah, it's 4:43. It's about to be 5. I told myself I wasn't gonna do it, but I say that all the time. Shout out to y'all. Look, it's almost 5 in the morning. We still got 400 something people in here. Shout out to y'all. Try to get the likes up, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Financially comfortable that would do anything to take it up a notch.
It's people that's financially comfortable already that will that'll do anything to take it up a notch.
That's a prerogative.
Now you would do Friday. You know, we got Friday, next Friday, then Friday after next. Naturally, things kind of progressed, moved on. But was there a reason why we stopped seeing you in more movies? Did you kind of make a decision to kind of step away from Hollywood?
No, I was never offered a whole lot of movies. I was on Grace Under Fire for a year.
Okay.
Which was television, not movies. And, you know, I did some bit parts in other things with, you know, I was on Steve Harvey, guest appearance Steve Harvey and Tracy Morgan show.
Damn, remember when Tracy Morgan had his show? That's crazy.
But no offers came in movie-wise that I thought would be good for me to do and that I could, I hate to keep bringing it up, that I could tolerate in my soul. Now, listen. I got offered some parts that I said I can't do that. Even though it's acting, I just, and then it would start messing with your mind. Why would they offer me a part like that?
You hear him? It start messing with your mind. Why would they offer me a part like that? He said I got offered some parts, but I couldn't do it. Then it started messing with your mind. Why would they want to offer me something like that?
So far, what do you want me to be a woman for? When you got black women actresses who are funny in Hollywood, been out there trying to make it, and you want to give me a part like that?
So they try to put you in a dress?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was kind of like, you know, you're going to bite this bullet and then you're in. Well, you got the wrong nigga.
You hear that? You pretty much got to bite the bullet to get in. He said, well, I'm good. I don't want it. Guess what? You don't see him in movies. You don't see him. Just like that. Right? That's what he's saying. Listen. I got offered. I didn't want it. And you hear what he said? He said something that made so much sense. Y'all got other black female actors. You don't need me to act like a female. You have other females that are actors. Why you bothering me? Go cast one of them.
They don't like me in Hollywood. Why did they not like you? I don't wear dresses. I don't do that gay stuff on TV. They had to get some other black person to do that stuff. Yeah, and Debo was like that too. Facts. Debo was like that. But they all confess they love the Lord. But you cannot compromise yourself if you love the Lord. So I play tough guys, but young kids want to be soldiers. Young kids don't want to follow a guy to wear a dress. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. See? He get like me when you start talking. Sometimes he get frustrated. You just be like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, man. See what I'm saying? And then guess what? Guess what happened to him? Hold on. Tommy Lister Jr. Listen to what happened to him. Cause of death. There you go. Ain't no studio writer role for Debo. You think not? Because guess what? The same people that probably wrote a role for him to wear a dress is the same people that wrote a role for Ving Rhames. I never thought I'd see Ving Rhames in a wig and dress, but guess what? I did. Guess what? I did. Smokey don't want to do Friday. He don't smoke. Nah, I always tell people, I think it's deeper than that when it comes to that Friday series, to be honest with you. I think it's deeper than that. Well, one of the reasons is Chris Tucker was saying that he don't want to promote that type of image to the kids no more. Like, he said when he was young, he did it. It's cool, but he's not young no more. And he don't smoke like that, and he don't want to put that image out there. Simple as that, and I respect it. But of course, they want to put a certain image, of course, to certain groups, and you know how that go. He didn't want to do it. Like I said, I think it's deeper than that. But anyway, and for y'all that do remember they just told us that he passed away. And after Warner Brothers picked it up. Yeah, because that's let me tell you, one thing them people gonna do, they don't care. Once they see something start making a series or something has made money, they're gonna try to get the ball rolling with or without you. Do y'all remember Belly? Y'all remember the movie Belly, right? Classic. It's a hood classic. It's actually more than a hood classic, but that's what they try to deem it, like a hood classic. But Belly is one of the top classic legendary movies, man. Shout out to Nas, shout out to DMX. They did exceptionally well when it comes to acting. Why did these people do a Belly 2 and put the game in it? Nas was very much alive. DMX was very much alive at that time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think DMX was still alive. Why not put them into it? Why not put somebody like the game? Crazy. But anyway, yeah, the sequel was disgusting. But remember, when he first passed away, they didn't have it was no cause of deceased, of him being unalive. They just said he was unalive, that was it. Now look, they said over 4 months after his untimely passing, Friday star Tommy, hold on, my fault, y'all. Yeah, right. It says, here you go. It says, over 4 months after his untimely passing, Friday star Tommy Tiny Lister's cause of deceased have been revealed. Lister passed away in December 2020 at the age of 62, found deceased at 3 a.m. in his home in Marina Del Rey. In his final interview, he was clearly battling. Look what y'all remember when the vid was, y'all remember in 2020 when that thing was going around? They tried to make it seem like everybody that passed away, you know why they try to say it was, right? It says he was clearly battling
symptoms as he had a hard time speaking and continued to clear his throat throughout. Why they playing with us? Why they playing with us? Just like Prodigy. Do y'all remember how they say he passed away? Let me show y'all something. Y'all remember when they tried to say he choked on an egg? Oh, they really be playing in our face. Look. Look. Why they playing with us? Prodigy cause of Mobb Deep member deceased from choking on an egg. Why they playing with us, y'all? Choking on ice and choking on eggs is two different things, man. And pause. Pause. But if you know who Prodigy was, and if you know what he advocated for and all the stuff that he spoke about, trust me. First they try to hit him with the sickle cell. He got sickle cell. He's this, he's that. Right? Then they came out with this. He passed away. This was another one. When he first passed away, he's another one that they had to wait to find out the cause of him being deceased. Eric Thomas, what's up, bro? Appreciate you pulling up. I thought it was sickle cell related. No, he was no. So remember, see, it says right here, the rapper was being treated for sickle anemia in the hospital. So that's what they said. Let me tell you, you gotta pay attention to these people, man. That's what they claim he was there for. Of course, right? Of course they're going to, he was there for that. But then out of nowhere, he choked on an egg and passed away. Come on, man. Nah, it wasn't complications from sickle. It was this. Right? Look, I'm showing y'all. It was this. I ain't gonna lie to you. Chemo, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. It was this. That's how they play. Now, yeah, that's what they're saying. He was there for the sickle, because guess what? That's easy. It's easy to believe. Yeah, but once they got him in there, RP Prodigy. I'll never forget, when I first seen that they said that, I said, an egg? An egg? Yeah. Yeah. Y'all watch this channel called Unc Fed. He said Nipsey was staged. Look into that. Now, I ain't got to look into it because we said the same thing. We been got videos of that before it was popular. Same thing with the Dolph situation. Same thing with King Von situation. Same thing with FBG Duck. Yeah. Check the channel out. He said, man, you just messed up my mind. Yo, you know what's crazy? And this is why I do this, right? I always tell y'all, I'm not here to make y'all believe anything I'm saying. A lot of people call it conspiracy theories. Cool. Do not believe me. I just want to bring awareness. Because it could be one or two things. A lot of these things happen where we were young, right? So when we was told certain things, we just automatically believed it. Right? We just automatically believed it, or we wasn't old enough to understand what's really going on. Now that we're old enough, it's like, wait, did they really say that? Wait, did this really happen? Wait, it's not making sense. It's like a movie, right? You ever watched a movie when you was young, and you watch, no matter how much times you watched it, when you finally grew up and you watched it, you seen it differently because you was able to actually understand. That's all this is when you actually get to a certain level, when you actually understand. Boy said I was 35. Nah, you know what it is? You probably... Pause. Sheesh. Y'all. Sheesh, man. Y'all serious today. I almost choked on the lifesaver. I ain't see, but that's different too. A lifesaver different. He's talking about an egg, bro. You know, and like I said, so I'm not here to force y'all to believe anything. Y'all know all this is alleged. I'm not saying believe me. I'm just bringing awareness to the stuff you probably missed. Maybe you missed it. Or maybe you did see it, but you wasn't really paying attention to it. Or maybe you missed certain inconsistencies. Or maybe you just, you know, that's all I'm saying. When I say certain things, that's all I'm doing, y'all. But I have been a subscriber to your channel for a long time. I support all knowledge you put out and seek as well. I appreciate you, bro, for sure. I appreciate you supporting. Listen, I appreciate all y'all too, man. Y'all gotta understand, it's to have 300, 400, I'm seeing 500 at times in here at 5 in the morning is crazy. It's crazy, man. So shout out to y'all for rocking, for sure. And maybe if I go live, because usually when I go live earlier, it's more people. If I go live 9, 10, it'd be more people. But unfortunately, you know, I got too many things to do, man. I wish it was more hours in the day, for sure, but it's not. So nowadays I get on here at least 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30. I know the turnout not going to be too crazy because how late it is, but like I said, sometimes it's good. Look, we got 400 some people in here. It is what it is. I love the channel. Jacqueline, I appreciate you. Omar, I hope I said your name right. I appreciate you too, for sure. Max, most people in here bots. Yeah, sometimes it definitely do be bots. Those are the Shakors. Or whoever it is. Hey, yo, Electric, you going crazy, brother. Yikes. He going crazy. I choked on my spit and felt like I was done. Yikes. Y'all getting crazy in here. All right, enough choking, man. Pause. Them people. Yeah, we know. We know how it be. Them people for sure. Okay. All right, y'all. 4:59. Like I always tell y'all, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta get up off here. I got to, man. I got to. It's late as hell. Appreciate y'all as always. Y'all stay safe. Don't forget to smile today, y'all. I like to tell y'all that. I be saying that on the Patreon. Oh yeah, once again, hey, let me put this in. If y'all not subscribed to the Patreon, please do so now. There you go. Here we go. Patreon. I'm gonna lock it in. There you go. I'm gonna pin it. Yeah, go on the Patreon, man.
With Amazon's low back to school prices, you can spend less on
What's
school
this
supplies, backpacks.
Could y'all can hear me? They putting ads on it now. Let me see. Y'all can hear? I hope y'all can hear. Y'all can hear? All right, yeah. I couldn't hear you real quick. But yeah, so how do I subscribe? Jacqueline, you gotta click the link. I just put it right there for you. Patreon, go to www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. It's just like the Instagram. If you want to follow us on Instagram, go to instagram.com/Hookah Anonymous _. But yeah, definitely go to the Patreon. It's a little more easier. We could talk freely. I ain't gotta sit here and bleep and censor things and you know. And then some of these conversations, it make it to Patreon before it even get here. And when y'all don't see me on here, I'm mostly on Patreon. See what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, man. Like I said. So we get to be a little more, free with our words. So, subscribe to the Patreon. Shout out to y'all for pulling up. I appreciate y'all. This one got over 100-some thousand views. Shout out to y'all, man. 5 o'clock. I told myself I wasn't going to do it. I did it. Like I said, don't forget to smile today. Do whatever makes you happy, y'all. I'm gonna tell you that right now. No matter what, no matter how popular it is, no matter how cool some people may think it's not, if whatever it is make you happy and make your frequency go up, do it. Just do it. I don't care what that means. If that means wearing a certain t-shirt, if that means wearing a certain sneaker, whatever it is, do what makes you happy. Don't let anybody stop you, y'all. All right? You on camera, say cheese. What's up? Appreciate you for pulling up. We about to get off here, though. I'm sorry. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. My voice sound crazy. That's how you know we've been on here for too long. My voice sound crazy. And I got to be up in 3 more hours. Sheesh. So, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Subscribe to the Patreon. Once again, it's pinned. Patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _ Yeah, Contel, I can't even sit here and go back and forth with you. I ain't gonna lie. I can't. It's too late, and I'm getting off here anyway. This is Galactic. Oh, Galactic, what's up? Appreciate you for pulling up, man. Like I said, we getting off here. It's 5 o'clock. This was a good live, though. I wish you would have made it, but like I said, shout out to y'all. Make sure you smile today. Appreciate you for pulling up.